The money earned by painstakingly drawing 5 manuscripts is not enough to be drinking a glass of foreign wine in the bar. Ugh! Why does life have to be so complex?
What are you over here mumbling about, Zhao Yang? You're drinking alcohol incorrectly. Let me demonstrate the proper way. You see, all in one gulp.
Zhao Yang's good friend Pei Qiu.
I shouldn't have let you trick me into coming here.
You're in your senior year, is it so bad to learn to be social? First breaks.
Undoubtedly you just didn't want to come to 419 by yourself.
Hey, don't blather nonsense about me. Unlike you, I have a boyfriend which I'm very polite to.
No girl will ever take a liking to me.
Don't worry about girls, there's handsome men as well.
Then I would rather stay alone. Where are you going?
To look for 419, of course.
Hey, what about the agreement we had?
Would you like something else to drink, sir?
Give me a bottle of mineral water.
Excuse me, do you have company?
Damn it. Is Pei Qiu right? I'm not at fault, ha, should I say no? What a hottie. He looks like if you asked him for a drink he'd refuse. Would it be more disappointing to let him have high expectations first and then refuse? How could I say no? No, I don't, but...
Then I'll move the chair.
Okay. Ah, as expected. Only handsome men have this kind of treatment. He didn't see me stare right.
Martini.
He's supposed to be just asking for a drink.
Please.
No need.
Then I will exchange wine for your water.
Alright.
I saw you just now. Makes me thirsty. Name?
My name is Zhao Yang.
Your name is Jiao Chang.
No, my name is Zhao Yang.
I'm Li Yuan Shao.
Hello there. Obsessive-compulsive disorder?
Not at all. I just don't like wearing a condom.
I'm not gay, really. I'm very straight.
Don't worry, I don't do it to outsiders.
You shouldn't be.
Excuse me.
Do you know just who he is? It's Li Yuanshao. He wrote the scripts of the top 3 movie hits.
Ah, I didn't know.
What happened between the two of you when I was away?
He rubbed me off, but failed.
What? You sure?
Actually, I refuse to be rubbed by him.
It doesn't make a difference? You're not some piece of wood, right?
I'm pine and cypress. Straight kind of.
Do you remember the one we interviewed during the autumn recruitment?
Yes.
Well, that's where I may be working with Li Yuanshao. My bestie friend dumped my god. How the hell am I supposed to face my god when I'm acting the play? How will I be able to ask him for advice preforming the scripts?
But... well, if I had a one-night stand with him. Wait, but how are you more embarrassed than me? You weren't the one almost kissed.
I think you're right. The god invite you for a drink? If you don't drink it for nothing, then you just wasted his money. I doubt it was drugged. How do you feel about drinking for your very first time?
It tastes sweet, not as bad as I thought.
Next time I'll give you a bitter martini.
It's past closing time by now, we should head back.
Don't remind me. Who wants to go back to that 8-person dormitory? It's dirty and crowded.
Mumbling.
What's that about?
Get in.
Who's this guy? It's too dark to see anything.
My boyfriend's here to pick me up. I won't be going back with you tonight. Be careful on your own.
Don't forget we have a lesson tomorrow morning. The roll call type. They're gone. It turns out that Pei Qiu's boyfriend looks like this. Finally you picked up. Hey, where are you? You won't forget the lectures today, will you?
I'll tell you if you shout present, scat. Me and my friend. I'm back.
I recorded the lecture for you.
Thanks, I also brought you some food on my way, I figured you'd still be here.
Pei-Chiu, you're too kind. I love you. I was so hungry, I thought I was going to die.
How much love?
Daddy.
Good boy.
Does Li Yuanxiao often have physical relations with others?
Ha! Hey, that's good news, smile. He says all of the actors he's acted with, he's slept with as well. In all honesty, he's just an idiotic player.
Oh.
The most ridiculous thing is that there was a photograph of him in the hospital. Also, he had contracted venereal diseases during sexual intercourse.
Spit, that's disgusting.
Don't tell me you're vomiting blood because your idol has venereal diseases?
Obviously not.
Oh no, is the food poisoned? Don't worry, I'm calling the ambulance. The number 120.
I just accidentally bit the inner cheek of my mouth.
Ah. You scared me to death.
I'll be starting work next Monday. I don't know if I'll meet him at work. He probably doesn't remember me.
I'm so tired.
I'm going to work tomorrow.
I'm finally out of that dorm, and say goodbye to horror stories about my roommates leaving their dirty underwear in my closet.
Yeah. That guy, your boyfriend who lent you his house, isn't he a pretty good guy?
I'm only with him for the money.
You don't like him? If it's me, getting in a relationship with someone, it will be because I really like them.
Ninth floor.
I'm sorry.
You've reached your floor.
Oh, right.
Go ahead.
HR department.
Hello.
Done filling up?
Yes.
The employee training begins at 10 a.m., so remember to arrive at the meeting room early.
Okay. There's employee training. Will there be a lot of people? Is this the place for my new experience for the next few months?
Are you Jiao Yang?
Yes, nice to meet you.
I'm Su Li, your team leader. If you have any questions, just ask me. For the time being, I won't arrange any assignments for you. I'll let you get familiar with your new place first.
Sure.
Sister Lee, move.
Who's this cutie pie? Every new employee will be given a name tag. Little Chin likes creating emoji of others for their name tags. Don't worry, you'll have a proper picture in the future.
Hello.
Hi. The atmosphere feels good.
Welcome to the team.
I'll do my best.
Are you going to the employee training later? Be punctual. Teacher Lee will be making an appearance. I'm jealous.
Teacher Lee. Could it be him?
That's right. It's boss Li Yuanxiao. Didn't you join because of him?
I just got lucky because of my friend. Teacher Lee doesn't show up often.
He's usually at the recording studio and rarely comes to the office. Since this is a school recruitment to enhance the talent, it's considered as an important matter to the company.
So I won't be seeing him every day.
Go ahead. I'll show you around the company after the training.
Thank you, Sister Lee. What a coincidence.
Wow, I was thinking of helping you to get a good spot. How's it going?
It feels like my coworkers are easy getting along with.
Our team is incredible. I've heard that a coworker has an affair with Prince Charming.
We've only been hired for 1 hour 37 minutes. How did you get such rumors?
That's not the main point. Aren't you curious if Prince Charming has been flirting with him?
Ah. So were they really flirting around?
How would I know? I've only been hired for 1 hour 37 minutes.
Check in first. Here, keep this.
Ah, okay. What's this for? To write notes?
Probably to fan ourselves.
This looks familiar.
Welcome. All students present are the top ranking from various prestigious colleges. As future coworkers, you will interact with each other to some degree. And this is why I'd like to have an icebreaker to help you all get to know each other. I'll be reading and you'll take notes on the card given to you. You can write anywhere and in any way. First, write your name and the department you're in.
Jiaoyang Visual Effects Team.
Next, you can write down your interests and hobbies.
Drawing, lays around, sunlight, animals.
After that, please write down your current mood or thoughts. Just write whatever you can think of, keep it simple.
Light and shadow effects, distance.
Lastly, write down the reason you're here. You may also write down your expectations, but keep it short.
I just followed Pei-Chiu. I don't have any future plans. I'll just write that I hope to stay here after my internship.
All done? If so, form a group of 4 with the people next to you. Exchange cards and get to know each other. Each team will later send a representative to the stage and introduce the members of their team.
I have to show others.
Let me see, don't be shy.
Ack. Me too, I want to see yours.
All right.
Pei-Chiu Screenwriting Team Literature, The Ocean, and Anything Beautiful. 16 degrees breeze, 36 degrees body temperature, 56 degrees Baju. Grow stronger.
Whoa, he's just as before, writing down nonsense so seriously.
So, you'll be the team representative.
Please no, I'd die.
You need to make use of your partner picking privilege.
I don't wanna.
You don't want to take this chance and impress Prince Charming?
Never, he's you Prince Charming.
Wait.
After the icebreaker.
I'm guessing it's not too much for you to treat me to a meal of mala soup, right?
Sure, you can have 2 meals.
Alright. Now, I'll be explaining the business to you all.
What should I?
Regarding our business culture, let's welcome our CEO, Mr. Li Yuan Xiao.
He's truly liked by everyone. It's normal for someone like him to have sensationalized news, right?
If you think of me as the CEO, that would feel distant. But if you take me as a partner to complete each story, we might be able to communicate more comfortably. I'm Li Yuan Xiao, a CEO in name who writes stories. I'm also your co-worker in the near future.
It seems like he's not willing to be the CEO. Is he afraid of committing?
During your early 20s is when you're at your prime. You'll likely face the crossroads of life. Some may be lonely, some may be lost, some may be indecisive, but don't fear the future because you guys are at the stage where your innovation moldability is at its best. I'm honored that we've chosen each other. I'll give my best in guiding everyone to their own right path. Regardless of why you're here, I hope that sitting here is not your end goal, but rather your starting point. If you wish to stay after your internship, there will be a test. Meanwhile, I look forward to your excellent growth. I'll be more than happy to write a referral letter to send you to a better place.
Love struck?
I'm practicing.
Can you give me this card?
It's fine, but the drawing is not accurate enough.
I don't mind this Adam's apple drawing is so hot. Let me add something.
You really like him a lot,
It's your drawing that's accurate. His Adam's apple is superb.
Isn't Adam's apple something we all have?
Alright, the morning training session is over. I'll be escorting everyone to lunch. We'll be continuing at 1:30 p.m. Please hand over the cards you used for the icebreaker. Thank you.
The card needs to be handed in. If I hand in that thing, it'll lead to my embarrassment.
Can we not hand it over?
You have to. Everyone must hand it in. Teacher Lee wants to look at it.
Don't worry, he won't have the time to look over each card. I'll cover mine above yours and hand it in.
Canteen.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have doodled.
Teacher Lee might think that I wasn't paying attention to his speech. I've made a mistake on the first day of work.
Jiao Yang. That expression. What's wrong?
Yang's superior, Sister Lee, we were having a game during training and wrote on a card. It's something like a kanda.
Yeah, that's an old tradition. However, the questions each year are different.
So, Prin. Teacher Lee will read everyone's card?
From what I know, he should be reading each of them. It might even be his first impression of you.
No. I wonder how CEO will react upon reading that card, this. Or this.
The training is officially done. Thank you, everyone.
It's time to get back to work.
You're already busy on the first day.
I heard the new project is a big IP. The other party's person in charge specifically arranged a discussion with Prince Charming.
I wonder if our team can take part in it. With a higher starting point, we should be able to learn more.
There seems to be a favored candidate by Prince Charming in this term's interns. Everyone is speculating if that person will be related to the new project.
How did you know all these?
Something's wrong with your head if you don't pay attention to gossip. See you later, friend.
I ordered coffee for you.
Thanks, Sister Lee.
Also your badge.
This.
Grab your coffee. I'll show you around so you'll get used to the company's layout.
Okay.
We'll start from the first floor. There's a cafe on the first floor. However, it's usually considered a discussion area. It's not somewhere to loiter. Next is the second and third floor, each with its own gallery. It will be updated according to the project's progress to display some of the more iconic works. Most of them are handled by our team. That includes updating and curation. This is one of Teacher Lee's iconic works. It's also my favorite movie.
Although it feels weird every time Pei Cho mentions Prince Charming, looking at Sister Lee's expression, it seems that working with a talented person is really motivating.
Most of the floors are offices, so we can skip them. This is the gym. It's free and considered a benefit for all. Since we can't loiter at the cafe on the first floor, most people like to come to relax in the gym area. If Teacher Lee stays in the office for an extended length of time, he will come over here to work out. So, you know.
I don't know.
Alright, that's all for now. You can learn about the rest slowly. Any questions?
What projects are we working on? How can I help?
You're a newcomer, so we won't let you take on anything big.
I want to blend in with everyone as soon as possible and share the burden.
You're full of fire. Have you thought about staying back after your internship?
I want to stay.
You need to pass an assessment in order to stay. Supervisor's evaluation, performance, and others will be taken into account. I've looked at the works in your resume, and the quality is outstanding. There should be no problems for you to stay.
I'll do my best.
Oh, who's the blonde kid you had lunch with?
He's my classmate that I mentioned earlier. He's Pei Cho from the screenwriting team.
Oh my. He's directly under Teacher Lee's supervision. I wonder if he's the rumored new talent who joined the screenwriting team that Teacher Lee is favoring?
Are you still busy? I'm almost done. What about you? It's more or less finished. I'm just waiting for you to treat me to some spicy pot.
It's about time today. You guys could leave now.
Sister Lee, the seats have been reserved.
Nice, Jiayang. Do you have any plans for tonight?
No.
Then let's prepare a party for you newcomers.
Fei Cho is waiting for me. Let me go tell him.
Don't worry. Tell him to come and join us.
Then I'll text him.
Count me in. Might as well take the offer. The hot pot.
I have to drive later. So today, I'll cheer you both with this juice instead of beer to welcome you guys to the team. After the project is done, we'll make sure to hold a delightful feast.
Thanks, Sister Lee. Your director seems very nice. She's not pretentious at all.
Sister Lee is a really nice person.
On the other hand, our director, well, it's hard to say.
Has he done some unreasonable things?
He hasn't done anything to me yet. I just don't like his arrogant attitude. Only makes things more complicated.
So this is the unfairness of the world. So that peacock did something wonky again?
Peacock? He's just like a peacock. Maybe he's a boiling kettle in his previous life or something, always wheezing.
Peacock is sort of a famous person in this business. Because Teacher Lee cares about the direction team, but he's usually not. Peacock comes rather in the building. Peacock comes rather frequently, so it gives everyone the impression that he's at the top.
That's unneeded. Teacher Lee, does he not notice his capability?
Wow, you're a fan of Teacher Lee? The direction team hasn't had any significant performances these past 2 years, so he's choosing the members of your team himself. Teacher Lee probably knows everyone the best. If the peacock managed to stay here this long, there must be only one reason for it.
Looks like this guy has an unusual background.
How many people to your group? I heard there was a person that Teacher Lee thinks highly of.
If you count me in, then there's only 2. Today, I saw Peacock annoying a girl. I think it might be her.
It seems that Teacher Lee has a worrisome taste. Didn't you win awards from some script competition in your college freshman year? I'm not saying that Teacher Lee is bad though.
It's alright. It doesn't matter if he thinks highly of me or not. I'll prove it to everyone with my own skills.
Me too.
You know the rumor about a colleague flirting with my idol, right? Guess what actually happened? That is when the peacock forgot that idol doesn't like coffee with sugar in it.
Idol didn't drink it, and accidentally placed it on the colleague's desk. The colleague came back and asked who gave him the coffee. Someone else said that it was from Idol. That's how the rumor started passing.
This is what happened. What even is this?
These people, always drooling over our Teacher Lee.
It's not even close to Teacher Lee seducing me.
Can't believe your director has also seen all of the Idol's works. She truly is a die-hard fan.
I should start watching the movies. Which one should I watch first?
Every single one of them is a classic, but if you're emphasizing on the shooting and the scenes, I recommend Gone Martini. It got awards. It's a tear-jerker.
A literary film?
Yeah, it's better if you could watch it at the theater. The theater next door usually plays Idol's films every week. You could watch it later.
Okay, I'll look forward to it. Sister Lee said that Teacher Lee will have a lecture on Saturday. Are you going?
Yes. We need to have the cards. Half of the seats are reserved online, and the other half are lining up at the school. I can get the card, but I'm not sure if we can get the seats.
We probably won't be able to go. It's still possible. Then, I'll go and line up. Remember to prepare one card for Sister Lee as well.
No problem.
Saturday.
I need to go out for a little while. We'll meet later at school, and don't forget the card on your table.
Okay, go to school.
Alright, bye.
Okay, I'll wear this. It's already 9 o'clock in the morning and the lecture starts at 2 p.m. I need to go there early just in case. They started lining up even though the lecture will start in the afternoon.
There's so many people. Reasonable, but expected. We can take turns to eat lunch after I get there. 12:30.
Gosh, there's still so many people in front of me.
Here. I've brought you lunch and some gifts. It's jam cake and shortbread.
You're finally here.
My partner accidentally hurt their stomach because of beer 2 days ago, and they forced me to eat lunch with them.
It's not convenient to eat outside. Let's go find a place when we get in.
13:20.
Sister Lee, we're heading inside of the building. How long will it take for you to get here?
I can't go anymore. I'm really sorry.
It's alright. It's our turn now. We're going in.
Let's go find a classroom to eat.
I don't think that's a good idea. How about we go to the emergency passway?
No one knows us anyway. I think I hear my idol's voice.
I'll go buy you some now. Feichio, what are you doing here?
I'm here to listen to the lecture.
Great timing. Go buy some medicine for Teacher Lee. Stop messing around. Teacher Lee's stomach isn't feeling well. Go and buy him medicine. I'll go get some food.
Come in.
Teacher Lee.
Oh, it's you. You're from this school.
No, I'm here with Fei Cho to listen to your lecture.
Or are you here because you want to see me?
Yeah, because it's your lecture, and we wanted to hear it. Is your stomach really not feeling well? I still have some porridge here, and it's still warm. Would you like some? I haven't touched it yet, don't worry.
There's a lot of people lining up outside. What time did you come?
Around 10 o'clock.
You've waited this long, haven't you eaten yet?
Not yet.
I guess we're technically in the same boat.
Thank you. Looks like he likes to drink it. So this is the Adam's apple that Fate show's talking about.
Do I look good?
How could I be so disrespectful to Mr. Lee? Do you have stomachaches often?
Not really. I just forgot to eat today.
How could you forget to eat? I mean, don't you get hungry? Well, you shouldn't treat yourself like that even if you are busy.
I'll remember that.
Wait. Did I just nag Mr. Lee?
To me, eating is just a necessity for me to continue working. All I can think about is how long I can sustain myself with this. I don't think about whether I like it, or how it tastes.
Mr. Lee, maybe you end up oversimplifying things because of how busy you are. But you are you. You aren't a machine. You should take care of your body's needs too, even when you're working.
Take me for example. I tend to eat sweet food after drawing for a long time. I may not be hungry then, but it satisfied me emotionally. You could say it's a reward for my hard work.
I didn't mean to nag you.
I know, thank you. Have some more.
Okay, Mr. Lee, don't you want to eat more?
I'm full, emotionally.
The lecture is about to start. I have to leave if I want to get a good seat.
Isn't your current seat good enough to see me?
Bye, Mr. Lee.
The lecture hall is that way.
Sorry.
Thank you.
That bloody flamboyant peacock. How was your private session with Prince Charming?
What private session? We just drank congee together.
So you already shared a meal. Going on a date's next for you guys then.
No way. I think I accidentally gave useless life lessons to Mr. Lee.
Elaborate?
Mr. Lee was really hungry at first, but when I finished my lessons, he said he was emotionally full.
Analysis complete. Prince Charming was hitting on you.
What?
Make sure there are some sweets in the office next time.
Sweets?
I, too, need to reward myself once in a while.
Listen up, guys. The outline for this project has been finalized. We've got some work to do. The pacing of this project is different from the projects we've done before. The pre-visualization of this project is also going to be especially challenging due to this. Starting this afternoon, Mr. Lee will arrange meetings with every relevant department. Our main focus will be on the film's key designs and visuals. We'll also be discussing how they'll be put into action. Okay, that's all. I'll let you guys digest the information. Jiao Yang, a word please. You're still pretty new and I realize that this project might be a little overwhelming. Do let me know if you ever feel stressed out.
Thank you, Miss Sue. Don't worry, pressure is what turns coals into diamonds. Besides, I'm sure that you're under more pressure than I am. I'll do my best to keep up with the team.
You're really a ball of sunshine. Let's do our best.
We have limited time, so I'll get straight to the point. This project will be our main focus for a long time. This project falls within the sci-fi and thriller genres. This might be the first time you've ever worked on this genre. I haven't worked on these genres either. Our investors plan to make this a trilogy. They also have plans to franchise this project. We need to establish a complete framework for the world building in a futuristic setting while we're still in the project's early stages.
So Mr. Lee forgot to eat because he was working on this.
The directing team and I will start working on the world building immediately. We'll need both the visual and art department for the revisualization as well.
End of the meeting.
Prince Charming isn't just talented. He's hardworking too. So what happened between you and Prince Charming on Saturday?
We had the congee and some pastries.
Ha, That's all you did? But you two were alone in a room. If the gremlins from my department were in your place, they'd probably try and start a family with him.
We're both guys though, we can't have children.
You really are as straight as uncooked spaghetti.
I've gathered some materials. I'll try to design something with them later.
Guys, you can go get some food before you continue. Your meals will be compensated for.
You're the best.
Hold it. I'm not treating you guys. Mr. Lee is the one who gave this allowance. He said the people working overtime shouldn't go hungry. He was about to leave, but he turned back just to tell us that.
Did Mr. Lee do that because of what I said?
Although our company is known for having great employee benefits, this is the first time Mr. Lee has ever personally made sure that his employees are taken care of.
What am I thinking? Mr. Lee just really cares about his employees. I wonder if he'll forget to eat again. Time to go home.
I won't be coming home tonight. My boyfriend's picking me up. Okay.
Go home, everyone. Get some rest. Let's continue tomorrow.
Oh, Mr. Lee. I mean, what a coincidence.
Are you waiting for the bus?
Yeah.
Guess I'll be kidnapping one of the bus driver's passengers then. Hop in. Get in.
What should I do to alleviate the awkwardness?
Seatbelt, put in your address, I'll take you home.
Oh, okay.
You're working this late when you're still an intern. Did they give you lots of work?
No, they all took great care of me. I just wanted to help them.
That's good, but it be very tiring for a while.
Teacher Lee, you're probably the most tired one.
How so?
You have to work on the project all the way through, from creating to producing the movie. You essentially put in the most effort in the work, teacher. Plus, you're not just a creator, but also the main manager.
It's not tiring to pursue something you enjoy.
Exactly, that's why I don't like just being bystander. In the past, I just liked doodling and drawing, but I found great inspiration after joining the branch company.
Can I take it as your approval towards me?
And here he goes again. Because we had such a huge difference in the past, I never thought about your sacrifice. I'm glad you're leading us forward to achieve our common goal.
Maybe you can close the distance.
Ha!
People are like wine. You can't taste wine by just looking at it. Each one has different flavor as well. It can taste sweet or bitter.
Then, what about you, Teacher Lee?
Didn't I invite you to have a taste?
Thank you so much, Teacher Lee.
You live here alone?
No, I live with Paid Show.
So you guys.
It's not what you think.
I was going to say you guys are co-renting. I know you're straight.
It's actually one of Paid Show's boyfriend's vacant houses.
No wonder you don't mind gays.
Your sexuality doesn't determine your personality. Of course I don't mind.
So, can I have the honor of inviting you out for dinner this weekend?
Sure. What's this? Dinner with Teacher Lee? We've already advanced to candlelit dinner. I just said I don't mind gays. Won't I look bad if I reject him now?
Don't worry, I'm just trying to thank you for earlier. I previously said that I don't make any advances towards people not in my league. I stick to my principles.
Oh, okay. It'll look intentional if I refuse him. I'm going now. Thank you, Teacher Lee.
Wait. Catch. I got this on my way.
Whoa, so beautiful. Teacher Lee likes candies.
Head back. I'm leaving now.
Be careful on your way, teacher. Teacher Lee gave me candies. What?
Boyfriend seems to be more to the eye than it meets. In a daze, he's not afraid to write this. He's quite cute. I think he wrote something at the back too. So much for being straight.
Did Mr. Lee arrive home late yesterday? Should I have added him as my friend and asked? But it just seems reckless to look for the manager's contact information through the business contact records.
Wu Yiming, concept designer, has obtained the Honorary Visual Effects Award, and that same person arrived at our company yesterday. From now on, he will be instructing and guiding you guys for the next month. He's also the external aid I was talking about. In the future, our work may require us to invite professionals from different fields, so please treat this opportunity seriously and value it.
Right, I didn't think I'd get to meet such a big shot in this field.
Sister Gu, is Wu Yiming really the Chinese designer who created the greatest visual effects for a movie?
Mr. Lee really is so amazing.
I think the one you should be complimenting is Mr. Wu Yiming. Are Mr. Lee and Mr. Wu Yiming really familiar with each other?
I don't know. I've never heard of a collaboration between them, but my Adonis has been abroad for a few years, so it isn't weird that he knows some big shots. Speaking of him, my Adonis suddenly asked me some really strange questions in the middle of the night yesterday.
Scenario 1.
Are you and Xiaoyang dating?
Scenario 2.
What's the probability of you turning Xiaoyang gay?
Scenario 3.
Xiaoyang ate the candy I gave him. Does that mean he likes me?
Is there something wrong with him? There was a director Shin who wanted to help me expand my horizons at a competition 3 years ago, and my Adonis asked me why I didn't go with him.
You never told me that.
That's because that director didn't contact me after I obtained an award. My Adonis got the wrong person. I got happy for no reason.
Thankfully, they weren't talking about something random.
Xiaoyang, looking at the works from your resume, you primarily design landscapes and cityscapes, right? Would you like to try designing futuristic cityscapes?
Yes.
Looks like you have lots of energy. Just don't be too harsh on yourself. We can discuss this together.
Why are you here?
Work's over, so I can come here if I want to. I've organized 19 science fiction movies and 32 thriller movies for my Adonis, but you probably need it too.
I love you so much. Sister Gu, are you still working?
You guys can leave first. I won't be leaving anytime soon.
Why is Mr. Lee coming to the company right now? Where'd he go?
You can put the taxi fee on the company's bill since you've been working late.
Thank you, Adonis. I mean teacher, for being so understanding.
Where's Xiaoyang? Maybe his teeth are aching from eating candies and he's just hiding it from everyone?
I don't have a toothache because I haven't eaten any candies yet.
Go home soon. Also, Pei Chiu, get ready to meet Wu Yiming tomorrow.
Let's go.
Got it.
I'll send you the improved design before you go to bed tonight.
I won't let my Adonis teacher down.
Let's go already. You came to help the company this late.
I'll just stay here once I'm done.
Damn it, so he can hear everything now, huh?
But of course, I don't mind bringing you home before coming back here.
There's no need to trouble you. Why do I feel like this person is acting worser than before?
Tell me the truth, now.
I encountered Mr. Lee while I was waiting for the bus. He decided to give me a ride as a result.
Then what about the candies?
I don't know, he threw them at me.
My Adonis isn't the type to like candies. Why do I feel like the candies were prepared for someone?
For who?
For you, of course.
Why do you think so?
You guys were alone in the room. My Adonis had a stomachache, so he was feeling weak.
Imagination.
During that time, you fed my Adonis some porridge, so of course he's going to have a deep impression of you. Then, he decided to give you candies to return the favor.
But Mr. Lee had treated me to food earlier, so he doesn't owe me anything anymore.
My Adonis asked you out for dinner? When?
This weekend.
Please, next time, mention something as important as that first.
Sorry, the thing is, I'm not ready to process this yet.
You should have told me earlier so I could help you.
Then what should I do now? Maybe I can find an excuse.
You've already agreed to have dinner. You can't stand him up, please, you're not the one paying.
But I'm worried it'd be awkward.
I think you should relax and treat this as a normal hangout and use this chance to get to know him. Once you know him better, then you can decide whether he's good or bad. You can never get to know someone if you keep refusing to be near them.
Advise that means I should get to know him first.
Don't worry, I believe in my Adonis, though this time, he's just asking you out for food. He's probably going to ask you on a date next time. Save me the last of my dignity. I'm late. I'm going to be late.
Why did you suddenly stop?
Wu Yiming, concept designer.
Jiao Yan, are we working overtime tomorrow too? I can't stand it.
I can't tomorrow, I have plans.
Oh, girlfriend?
No.
Even though there's a strict requisite, I suppose he's known as the Grandmaster for a reason. As expected, smart people are friends with even smarter people.
I'm meeting Mr. Lee alone tomorrow. I know I should relax, but can I really get close to him?
Even though it seems far-fetched right now, it doesn't mean it'll stay the same. As long as you try, there's a chance. You have a chance to talk to and learn from a Grandmaster right now. You have to take advantage of this opportunity. You'll never improve by running away.
I get it. Sister Lee, thanks, goodbye.
Ha ha ha, go now. Even though I have no idea what happened, I'll still cheer him on.
Ha! I got a friend request.
Contact history, Li Yuanshao, group chat.
Mr. Lee.
Li Yuanshao, I hope you remember you still owe me dinner. Of course. Is there anything you want to eat?
Damn it, what should I say?
Anything. Then, sleep soon. You too. See you tomorrow.
Oh my god. Mr. Lee sent me a friend request. Morning.
Morning. Didn't sleep well?
Yeah, you didn't get much sleep either.
I had an argument with my boyfriend and got drunk after.
What happened?
We had a difference in our opinions. Let's not talk about him. Anyways, Tiger Village has really good food. How did you find it?
My friend recommended it.
I gave them 5 stars and lots of compliments. I definitely will eat there again.
Mr. Lee always has good taste in everything. I want to get my hands on his playlist soon. I have a feeling Ms. Sue is still bothered by yesterday's fight, but I don't dare ask her about it. How can I help Ms. Sue feel better?
Are you waiting for Pei Chiu?
Mr. Lee. Should I ask him for advice? I have a friend who had a fight with her boyfriend but is pretending to be okay. Do you know how can I help her?
I didn't realize that Pei Chiu was feeling down today.
It's another friend.
Your friend isn't acting weak because they probably don't want to show their weak side. They might not want words of comfort, but might want to vent instead. You could help them figure out how to resolve it on their own.
That's great advice. Thank you, Mr. Lee.
All good. I'll get going first. Pei Chiu should be out soon.
Alright. Is Mr. Lee in a rush? So that's the whole story.
Should we invite Ms. Sue to join us for the movie? Maybe she'll regain her energy after watching Prince Charming's acting.
Is this the power of an idol?
Okay, let's text her. Ms. Sue, do you want to go watch Prince Charming's movie this weekend?
Count me in.
Is this an old movie?
Lu Rong directed this movie. The angles he chose for the scenes were top tier.
Li Yuanshao produced the script and received an award for it. Unfortunately, he decided to work on dramas after that.
Whoa, look at the crowd.
The dramas had great ratings and made several new actors famous, but I think it wasted his talent.
As long as the pay's good.
I don't think it was for the money. It was rumored that Li Yuanshao is from a pretty powerful family. Otherwise, how could he be doing so well? Do you remember that rumor about Li Yuanxiao sleeping with a star? I heard that Li Yuanxiao has recently been invited to return to the filming industry. The rumor must be part of the publicity.
Mr. Li got to where he is today using his own hard work. Mr. Li didn't write the plot for the money. He wanted to tell a story.
The puppet emperor had a chance to make peace with the rebels, but he didn't take the chance. During the time he was being manipulated, he realized that the kingdom was like a fruit. And he was only the blade, not the swordsman.
Thank you guys.
Ms. Sue, some hardships can only be carried by oneself, but as long as we keep on going, we can start over just like the emperor. He still had light in his eyes after the realization.
I got it. What did you think of the movie? Mr. Li is amazing, right? He was only your age when he wrote that script.
I bet there were a lot of reputable people behind the movie because the scenic designs were also incredible. My designs look like crap compared to Mr. Li's work.
That's why Mr. Li invited Mr. Wu Yiming to help. Next week will be the first review. We have to get ready to be criticized then.
The end of the review meeting, too conservative, unadventurous. Redo, visuals lack impact, structure passable.
I don't get it. How adventurous can a vehicle used for transportation even be?
Perhaps it's because the aircraft looks like an airplane, so it's not unique enough?
That's right. I know what I did wrong. You really are a little ball of sunshine. You showed me the way.
That was just a random opinion of mine. Hee hee.
I'm going back to revise the script.
Humans are sensory animals. Shapes, sounds, size, tastes, color. Color. I'll write that down.
Come in.
2 minutes later. Points without focus, depth without soul.
My God, how do I put some soul into my drawings?
If you yourself can't resonate with your work won't have a soul even if you were to attach yourself to it.
Ah, Mr. Li, I didn't mean it like that.
The intention of the creator is what makes an artwork stand out. Do you design for the sake of designing? Or do you design as a way to express yourself? How's the concept design's progress?
It's progressing fast, but this group's designs are less lively than the previous ones. It's not going to work if you want me to spoon-feed them like how I did back in the old days.
What do you think about the kid who went out just now? He's doing fine, right?
He's above average.
They're all very young, but there are 2 with potential from this batch.
However, that prodigy of yours back then was their age and had already managed to get his name on the credits of your movie.
Prodigies don't come by often.
We never thought you'd be back after that incident. People were saying you wouldn't want to make movies again.
I want to try to move forward.
Everything's here.
What's that?
I'm using this to exchange for Mr. Li's playlist.
What did you end up deciding on? Wait, actually, Prince Charming should probably be the first to know.
Would it be too casual if I just pass him this?
Yeah, it probably would. Let me find you a nice box to put that in. This is the box that came with the earrings my boyfriend bought for me. Try it.
Wow, it looks so much better now.
Of course.
So, do I give this to him on Monday during work?
Don't do that. Imagine what people will say if someone sees you.
Oh right, I can't cause Mr. Li any trouble. Then it'll probably be better if I ask him to meet me alone on the weekend.
Good evening, Mr. L. Do you have some time for me tomorrow? No response.
He's always busy.
Incoming call.
I hope it's not too late to say yes.
Not at all. It's just I've decided what I'm exchanging for your playlist.
And you wanted to hand it to me in person?
Yeah, that's right.
I probably won't be able to pick you up tomorrow. Will you be able to get there by yourself?
Sure. I'll be able to do that, Mr. Li.
Is 9 p.m. too late for you?
Sounds good. It must be a bar.
See you tomorrow.
Sure. Oh no, why do I get the feeling I'm walking right into a trap? Here we are.
Mr. Li, I've arrived. Sorry, I'll be late. Don't worry, I'll wait for you.
Sorry for the wait.
I didn't wait long.
Let's go, I'll take you in.
He reeks of alcohol. Would it be rude if I were to ask where he was?
I'm not usually late. Let me buy you a martini to apologize.
Ah, don't worry about it. I just wanted to give you.
Since it's an apology, I have to express my sincerity.
Amazing.
Try this.
It's high in alcohol, but it doesn't burn. Ah, I really like how it goes down.
You also know how to mix cocktails. I picked up the skill for fun when I was abroad, but I don't use it much cause I'm not very good at it.
I feel like you're good at everything. Why do you hide them?
That's because I hide the things I'm not good at. I don't want people to know when I'm bad at something.
But if you do that, no one can help you.
If I'm going to be bad at something, I might as well not bother even trying to improve.
That doesn't sound like him at all.
I'm drunk. Don't take what I say too seriously.
It's okay.
I'm curious, what did you bring for me?
I got you this.
This looks like a wedding ring box.
I've exported my phone's gallery into this USB drive.
Oh, how did you come up with this idea?
I thought about giving you my sketchbook, but it's filled with nothing but practice sketches. There wasn't anything personal. I don't really add things to my photo album either. My phone's gallery is the only thing that's updated daily. And I also believe that it expresses my thoughts in the moment as well. Ah. Sorry. So, Mr. Lee, will you accept my gift? What have I done?
Yes. You said that this is your phone gallery. Are there any selfies and photos of yourself?
Yeah, it's all there. I didn't hide anything.
It seems that I'm at the better end of the deal. Since you didn't hide anything from me, I have to make this fair. Other than my playlists, whenever you want a cocktail, I'll personally make it for you.
Is this a privilege just for me?
That's the password to my account. Feel free to explore.
Whoa, I only wanted your playlist.
I tend to change the songs in my playlist. This way, you can see the changes in real time.
I think it's a bit dangerous here. We're here, Mr. Lee, we've arrived. He looks so defenseless. I know what my scene lacks now.
How was the date? I thought you wouldn't be coming home tonight.
It wasn't a date.
It isn't a date? Is it a sneaky link then? Share his playlist. I want to save it.
Mr. Lee gave me the password to his account instead.
What kind of special treatment is this?
He even said he'd personally mix my cocktails for me next time. I don't have the balls to tell Paige Show this.
Wow, he organized his songs into categories. Prince Charming really puts a lot of thought into his playlist. I strongly recommend Dry Martini's main theme.
Martini, just stir it. Why shake it? When you looked at me, my heart was shaken. Making that drink for you was my first mistake, and I've decided to sink even deeper. You never make salt rims, because the salt rims are your tears of yearning.
The script from the movie?
Yes, it was so good I cried. I want to relive the moment a million times.
Why is this part of the lyrics in brackets?
It was the main character's answer. He didn't manage to tell it. They found it in his diary.
Shake, salt rims. Is this Mr. Lee's interpretation of the movie, or is the movie a reflection of himself? So, what am I? My performance has improved a lot since I found out what I was missing.
Pass.
Yay! Weirdly, it feels like an accomplishment.
I think there's something wrong with you.
Ha!
You're lost in your thoughts all the time, but I don't think it's because you listen to some songs. Something you didn't tell me happened between you and Prince Charming, right?
No, nothing happened. About the thoughts part, have you ever thought that some of Mr. Lee's movies might be about his past?
Well, it's normal to use your experiences or of those around you as references.
If it was about his previous relationships. Never mind, I don't want to think about it anymore.
I know why you're acting weird. You're starting to dig for information about him.
What does that mean?
When you want to get to know someone better, you'd speculate associate anything to do with them. You might even start assuming things about him you're curious about because the way he thinks. You're curious about everything that has to do with him.
Is this a good or bad thing?
I think you're starting to have a crush on Prince Charming.
A crush?
You sure are straight.
But
don't rationalize it. It's like how a fan likes an idol. Love starts the same way. But unlike a fan chasing an idol, love has an answer. We have plenty of time ahead of us for you to figure out your own thoughts.
Mr. Lee will be bringing investors here these next 2 days. Get everything ready.
Why are we only showing the shortlisted drafts?
It's mainly an outline for the investors, and it'll prevent the ideas from being stolen by people with bad intentions.
Stolen?
If our competitors were to steal our ideas and publish them before us, we'd have trouble when we start promoting the project.
I can't imagine it.
In a situation where our competitors have the upper hand, we might have to completely ditch the project in the worst-case scenario.
Has it happened before?
Only Mr. Lee knows, but we can't lower our guard.
Paid show, Mr. Lee.
Getting off work?
Yeah.
Are you worried about Prince Charming secretly picking up girls?
No way.
If he really wanted a secret relationship with someone, it'd probably be with you.
Stop joking about that.
Ahem, I was joking. Help!
I'm only looking at Mr. Lee's music history, but why do doing something I feel like I shouldn't? These are all songs that help you fall asleep. Does he have trouble sleeping?
What are you doing? Secretly stalking Prince Charming?
Aren't you supposed to be showering?
I came out to get my pajamas. I saw you acting all suspicious. Since you're so worried, just give him a call. I have some work questions that I need to ask him too.
No, it's okay.
I take back what I said just now. You're not just chasing your idol, you're full on crushing on him.
I was just curious. I'm not crushing on him.
Oomph, nobody believes you. Hey, Mr. Lee, good evening. I've edited the 3rd scene.
Good job. Send it to me now and I'll give you the feedback tomorrow.
Alright, sent. Mr. Lee, are you getting ready for bed? There's a silly straight boy here worrying about whether or not you have insomnia.
What?
Be careful, or the silly straight boy will hear you calling him that.
Who are you calling that? I wasn't eavesdropping. Paid show put you on speaker.
Yeah, on speakers. But that silly straight boy purposely came closer to hear it.
If he's not a silly straight boy, then what could he be?
Maybe he's a smart, gay boy? Hold up. It was a trap. You two did it on purpose.
The investor's asking for the teaser. I have a lot of things to organize, so I'll be sleeping late tonight.
I see. Mr. Lee, make sure you take care of yourself.
Got it. Good night.
Good night.
Are you going to stop worrying and go to sleep now?
Shoot, I thought it had something to do with that girl.
Please, Prince Charming is gay. Anyways, I found out today that that girl's family has invested in Prince Charming projects before.
So her family's the investor Mr. Lee was talking about?
No, that peacock mentioned this investor is from quite a powerful family. Prince Charming had to work very hard before they agreed to invest.
I see. Series must have cost a lot.
I get how hard it is to ask others for money. I can imagine how hard it must have been for Prince Charming.
We should work harder then.
But my boyfriend has experience working with investors. He has also apparently worked with this investor before. He told me that this investor isn't easy to work with. He's also afraid that Mr. Lee might be the one at a disadvantage. Maybe I'm just overthinking this.
I guess we just have to trust Mr. Lee then.
So you're on his side now? My little baby bird is leaving the nest and leaving me all alone.
Did you really need to put it like that?
Anyways, we can't judge something we don't know anything about. Let's just stop here.
Maybe Mr. Lee knows something we don't. We need to put our faith in him.
You changed. Now you're completely on his side.
I am not.
You are.
You side with your boyfriend too, you know.
I'm going to take a bath.
Coming. What?
To my little fox.
To my little fox, this is?
For me, the only person who calls me this is Han Dong.
Why did he suddenly send flowers?
The next day. And the day after the next.
Is he trying to propose?
The office.
Counting how many days you've worked here?
Ms. Sue.
It's only been about a month, right?
2 months, actually.
Time sure flies. I'm sure you'll be able to pass the qualification test and continue working here.
I'll do my best.
Right, apparently it's gonna be rainy and cold tomorrow. Remember to pack extra clothes as well as an umbrella.
Alright. Peika's birthday is always after the first winter rain.
I need to get his gifts ready.
Is it my birthday tomorrow?
It is.
I've been so busy that I've forgotten about it.
Well, somebody remembered it for you.
That guy wouldn't be sending me more flowers tomorrow, right?
Dry martini.
Why would he send me Prince Charming CD?
Because that's actually a gift from me, haha.
Time to go home. Happy birthday to me. What's this?
A little something for your friends since it's the first time we're meeting. I'm Pei Chio's boyfriend. I'll be kidnapping him for 12 hours.
What was that? Kidnap? What are you doing? It's embarrassing.
He's really kidnapping him.
Pei Chio has a boyfriend?
Mr. Han.
My uncle owns the place. I only manage it.
Do you own the hotel? You're always busy.
If you're feeling like you're not getting enough attention, it just means I'm not devoting enough time to you.
I don't want to be just a thing on your to-do list. You don't have to come see me if you're busy.
What if I want to see you, but I still have something to do?
I can come by and see you instead, silly. Do you really like those flowers that much?
They're all right. I'm just in the mood for them.
I looked it up, and in the language of flowers it stands for a person you can't forget. Why? Do you think I'd forget you?
Before you met me, we had already met once before.
Really? When? Why haven't you mentioned this before?
It was about 3 years ago. I was negotiating a business deal when I passed by the box seats. You were facing the entrance. I decided to look back. The director you were with had ulterior motives. He wanted you to sleep with him.
Are you talking about Director Shin? Back then, I had won a script writing competition and got a call inviting me to a networking event. I went because the director wanted to discuss the script with me.
I know.
Ha, what do you mean you know?
I know the whole story. I also knew that if I didn't step in, you'd be in trouble. Back then, I greeted Director Shin. He thought you were mine and didn't dare make a move.
That's why Prince Charming mentioned something about Director Shin wanting me to work for him, but wait, why would Prince Charming?
Li Yuanxiao is a shady person himself.
Prince Charming isn't like them. What did you mean when you said that the investor isn't someone easy to work with?
I meant what I said.
Don't be like that. Babe, just tell me please? Do you want a Charming, or might be my prince boyfriend?
I never pick.
6 missed calls.
He isn't here yet. Pei Chio probably applied for leave from Mr. Lee, right?
Was Pei Chio home yesterday?
No, he went out to celebrate his birthday.
Okay, don't worry about it.
What? Is Pei Chio in trouble?
Jiao Yang, we have a problem. Apparently, someone leaked the movie's draft to the public. Our competitor released a teaser. The directing a team is now looking for the culprit.
What? Pei Chio wouldn't do that.
Where is he? Oh, don't tell me he is still doing it? You know, in bed.
Why would he still be in bed? Pei Chio would never share the script with anyone.
This kid.
I'm going to explain things to Mr. Lee.
Pei Chio would never do something like that. Please believe me.
Pei Chio, get over here right now. Mr. Lee told me not to worry, so everything should be fine, right? It's Pei Chio.
What's going on? Did something bad happen while I was asleep?
Come to the office as soon as you can. The script has been leaked. Mr. Lee was looking for you.
The script was leaked? What happened? Wait, Prince Charming was looking for me? Does he think I'm guilty? Why would I do such a thing?
I don't think Mr. Lee thinks you're guilty. I think he's worried that the blame will fall on you because you're not here.
Thanks for telling me. I'll be back to stand up for myself.
What's wrong?
The script was leaked. I have to go back to prove my innocence.
I'll give you a ride.
You know I'm working today. Did you really have to keep going till dawn?
Did I demand anything from you when you were doing overtime?
The leaked version wasn't even the one I edited.
It's not as simple as that.
I have nothing to hide. I'll be off.
If you feel you're not being heard, tell them boyfriend is.
Don't worry. I'm not dating you for your status. If I were, I would have already used you.
They've already announced the plot to the public. You'll just look like you're copying them if you release ours now.
I won't promote an unfinished movie.
We need to solve our internal problems first. We can't always be one step behind.
Regarding that matter, I'll get to the bottom of it, Mr. Huang.
You better prove it.
Mr. Huans, please join us for our internal meeting tomorrow. I'll prove to you that there's still value in this project.
I'll be waiting.
Come in.
Peicio's here. What's with that kid's work ethic? I can't believe he skipped work.
Ask him to come in.
That kid knows how to take advantage of people. You can't go easy on him.
I'm worried.
Zhao Yang.
What happened? Are you in trouble?
A long story, but Prince Charming invited us for dinner tonight.
What?
It's actually because Prince Charming and I have to work overtime. Come and accompany me, please?
Won't I just be a bother?
No, it's nothing you shouldn't know anyway. Are you just going to let me and Prince Charming work late into the night without anyone taking care of us?
Fine. Seems like Mr. Lee can't catch a break.
Are you still worried?
Yeah, a little. I know Peiqiu wouldn't do such a thing. I also know Mr. Lee wouldn't suspect Peiqiu. But whenever I think about our work being stolen, I just think about how unfair it is.
It's not a big deal.
Mr. Lee, just as Mr. Lee said, I believe that just because they have the public's attention now, doesn't mean that they're better. Without heart, the end product will have no soul. That is why I believe Mr. Lee's work will be better than theirs.
Thank you for your words of comfort. But it's not only my hard work. It's everyone's.
I'll pretend to be asleep.
Tiger Village.
Yuan Shao always comes over whenever he has work to rush. I swear, this dude can't live without me.
Maybe being here helps him focus better.
I guess you could call this place his second home. He's got a spare of everything here. His medication ran out once. Good thing he had an extra half a bottle here.
Oh, what kind of medication?
You know, things like antacids and sleeping pills.
Does he take them often?
You're worried about him becoming dependent on them, right? At one point, Yuan Shao did stop taking medication for a few days. He was a mess without them. His psychologist recommended that he shouldn't stop taking them. So, yeah.
How did this happen? Is work putting too much stress on him?
It's the opposite. Work is what keeps him going.
Should I find a chance to ask Mr. Lee about this? But what if we're not close enough yet? We've already shared our secrets with each other, but we still don't feel that close. What's missing?
You can rest in the guest room if you're tired.
I'm not tired yet. I don't mind staying up with you guys.
I don't want to get up and get the fruit myself. Zhao Yang, can you feed them to me? Pretty please?
Hey, Mr. Lee's still here. You're embarrassing yourself.
Feed Prince Charming too then. That way, I won't have to feel embarrassed.
Guess I can't argue with that. Mr. Lee, have some too.
I love it when mommy feeds me.
Shut up. Mr. Lee likes kiwi. He doesn't like apples.
I've prepared 2 single beds in the guest room so you kids can go straight to bed once you're done. I'm gonna go sleep now.
Thanks, Fong Hu.
Did Mr. Lee bring us here?
Why are you already awake? Do you have trouble unfamiliar places? Is there something you'd like to ask?
Fong Hu told me that you often have trouble sleeping. So, I was thinking that I'll stay up until you fall asleep if you've taken your sleeping pills. That way, you'll at least have someone to cover you up with a blanket when you're asleep.
I can't believe I made a kid worry about me. I should probably reflect on myself.
Mr. Lee, I can tell that you're trying to hide your sadness behind your smile. I'm also not a kid anymore.
When you're used to going through hard times alone, you forget what it's like to rely on others.
I'm not trying to make you rely on me. I just want to spend some time with you. Has everything been settled?
Yeah, we should be able to secure this investor.
He seems pretty demanding.
To convince investors to invest in our project, we have to first fulfill their demands and keep them satisfied.
Even in a position of power, Mr. Lee still has many difficult tasks to deal with.
We're running a pretty big project here. We have to make sure that our investors stay with us until the project ends.
Mr. Lee, how are you always so devoted to work? You refuse to give yourself a break even when you're really exhausted.
Having a goal keeps me going. I've taken a long enough break.
That's what Fong Hu said too. By break, is Mr. Lee talking about the period of time he left the movie industry? I'll ask fans who about it when I get the chance.
The sleeping pills are starting to kick in. I'll sleep here tonight. You should go back to your room and get some rest.
Good night, Mr. Lee.
Make sure you don't leave anything behind.
Nothing left behind, sir.
Do you want to be the first to present at the meeting?
You don't break under pressure, so you should be the first to present the project's progress.
The project's progress? Do all of us have to attend the meeting?
Nah, it's an internal meeting for the directing department. All the executives will be there. We're gonna discuss how to deal with our script being leaked. We also have to prove our progress to Mr. Huan's, one of our shareholders.
I see. Good luck.
Her parts don't really match the energy of the rest of the script. I feel like this plot has been used in another movie. Stop there for a minute. Have you done any market research?
I joined this project late, so I didn't participate in the pre-production phase.
So, you had no regard for your audience's interests and didn't bother to do any research?
He's making this difficult on purpose.
We conducted market research and set our target audience at a very early stage of the project.
Don't interfere. This question isn't for you.
Since this film is supposed to be mainstream, it should cater to the public's interests. A good movie can also attract the interest of different. It's true that I didn't participate research during the phase, but our team is made of young professionals guided by outstanding seniors. I believe we'll be able to break through the current barriers. I'm confident that we'll be able to create something that can't be replicated.
I can tell that you're being guided by excellent seniors. Your empty promises are the same. I'm here to invest, not make a donation to your school fees. So far, I haven't seen any results that'll promise a return.
Please try to understand that we can't create a piece of original media just by following current trends. An original piece of creation can't be judged by its initial profit.
Did you bring this kid here to talk back to me?
This child only understands movies from an artistic point of view. He doesn't understand it from a business standpoint. We don't have much time, so let's cut to the chase. Why don't you tell us the results you expect us to achieve? Mr. Huang, you asked whether we've surveyed the market. Half a year ago, during the collaborative meeting, we have, in fact, already discussed this with you, Mr. Huang. The contents of the script had already been edited 3 times before the interns joined us. After they joined, there were 23 edits made. Here, you can see all the members and the edits they've made.
So that newbie really had no connections to our competitor?
I don't even know if you should say the script was leaked or plagiarized.
Heated discussion.
Futuristic thrillers are rare. I kept a close watch during the brainstorming sessions to ensure we didn't go off topic. I am confident in managing the discussion and controlling the flow of traffic. This film series could potentially be groundbreaking. However, it is a gamble. I understand your eagerness to know how the market will respond. This time, we should thank our competitors for testing the waters for us. They've piqued the public's interest in this rare genre. However, their movie is the first version I rejected. It's nothing but a cliché romance. We won't have to compete during the release of our teaser, nor will we be participating in an unprepared battle. Mr. Huang, could you give us a chance and wait until the teaser is ready? If it doesn't look good enough by then, you can still pull the funding without too much of a loss. Pei Chiu, can I borrow you for a second?
Okay, it's probably about my conflict with the investors. Should I apologize to Mr. Lee?
His words weren't directed at you just now. Don't worry.
He was obviously trying to put you in a difficult spot. Mr. Lee, I acted rashly.
We can't blame you either. You have no experience dealing with investors.
Mr. Lee, you didn't make it difficult for me, and you didn't embarrass that girl either.
That girl's got a powerful background. The capital investors know each other well. There was no need to be extreme.
It was that girl after all.
I'm so pissed. I'm starting to suspect the investor teamed up with that girl who leaked the script. It's good that Prince Charming noticed before it was too late.
Thank goodness Mr. Lee didn't suffer any major losses.
Can't believe Prince Charming still had to buy Mr. Huang a drink after being treated like that. How infuriating.
Maybe this is what they call the adults' world. I'm worried about Mr. Lee. Should I ask him if he's okay?
Oh my, everyone's talking about that girl now. I don't think we'll be seeing her anymore.
Mr. Lee and the flamboyant peacock aren't here as well. Mr. Lee also hasn't replied to my messages. Did something happen?
Is Prince Charming okay?
That held a grudge. Mr. Huang forced Mr. Lee to drink till his stomach bled. He spent the entire night throwing up and refused to go to the hospital. You know what? If he wants to die, so be it. I can't be bothered with him anymore.
You sound like I've got your hands full. I can go to Prince Charming's house if you need me to.
Let's go.
Hold on, it might be better if we get someone else to help. I'll go get him.
Do you really think anyone can visit Mr. Lee's house?
Don't worry. Prince Charming definitely won't mind the person I have in mind. Why isn't he in the bedroom?
The lights are on in the bathroom. Let's go take a look inside. Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee.
Why is he in my dreams?
Take it easy. Oh my God. Has he taken any medicine yet?
He's in really bad condition. We need to take him to the hospital.
No, he can't keep anything down. He just throws everything up.
I'm not going to the hospital. I'm not that sick.
It's okay. We won't take you to the hospital.
It's okay.
Is Mr. Lee trying to comfort himself? It's fine, we won't go to the hospital.
I never thought Mr. Lee had a fear of hospitals.
How much did he drink? Will it significantly affect his health?
Mr. Lee had a feeling he'd be drinking a lot, so he asked me to pick him up before going to the drinking party. No one would have known they would make him drink that much.
All Mr. Huang does is mess things up. Why does he feel the need to take his anger out on others? I don't understand how Mr. Lee puts up with him.
You're so naive. Mr. Lee put up with him because he was trying to save you. Kid, you offended the investor. What if Mr. Huang decides to tell his circle about the disagreement you had with him? Once this incident spreads, nobody will want to invest in your future projects.
If that's how Mr. Huang plays, I'd rather not work with someone like that.
I'll be completely honest with you. You can't be picky about who you want to work with. You won't be able to get anywhere being this fussy. Do you really think Mr. Lee was this level-headed when he was younger? He's here to defend you now, but have you ever thought about what you'll do if this happens again in the future?
How about we focus on helping Mr. Lee recover first? Let's make some congee for Mr. Lee. There are only 2 tomatoes inside this huge refrigerator. Are you still busy blaming yourself?
I never expected Mr. Lee to do something like this for me.
Maybe it's because you and Mr. Lee are very similar. No way. We're nothing like each other. You're both perfectionists. Mr. Lee sees himself in you. That's why he looks for opportunities for you to express yourself. If we weren't allowed to express our creativity just because we wanted to follow current trends, we wouldn't be able to produce quality work. Mr. Lee understands this more than we do. That's why he decided to shoulder everything. He wanted us to keep going. When he's busy dealing with the obstacles, we need to work even harder on the project to be able to help him. We shouldn't regret sticking to our beliefs.
I know, but I don't want to make things difficult for Prince Charming. I don't like people taking the fall for my mistakes.
Let's do our best so we don't let Mr. Lee's hard work and our efforts go to waste.
Okay, you really sound like Mrs. Lee right now.
Mrs. Lee? Mrs. who?
Oh my God. The food actually looks edible. I ordered dinner for you too. I'll go to the grocery store and buy some fruits and vegetables. Remember to feed him once the kanji has cooled down.
I'll go with you.
Does that mean I have to take care of Mr. Lee alone? Is he sweating because he's in pain? Maybe we should go to the hospital. You're awake.
So it wasn't a dream. Why did he bring you guys here?
We were worried about you. You really seem like you don't care about your health.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't blaming you. You didn't do anything wrong. You suffered because of us. You scare me when you do things like that.
Scare you?
I'm scared that you'll collapse. I'm scared that even when I have many chances to save you, I might fail to do so every single time.
I apologize for saying that I didn't need to be taken care of. Now that I've woken up, I've realized that when you're in pain, having someone to take care of you is completely different from taking care of yourself. Thank you.
Why are you sulking? Stop it. I didn't say what I said to make you feel guilty. You didn't inconvenience Mr. Lee in any way. I just wanted to discipline you.
But it's important to me.
Don't worry your pretty little head over it. Mr. Lee can still cover your *SS now. You just need to learn from your mistakes. We follow the rules. We don't bend them just because they're inconvenient. Mr. Lee learned it the hard way. That's why he did what he did. Do you get it?
I get it.
Mr. Lee would never judge a person, and he wouldn't sieve up on anyone. Not even that girl who leaked the script. I warned him about her, but Mr. Lee insisted on giving her a chance and even chose not to kick her out in the end. But I'm different. I think there's something wrong with him. From now on, I'll be keeping an eye on you.
I might not able to solve your problems, but like what I've said before, I can be there to tuck you in bed when you're asleep and take care of you when you're not feeling well.
You're right. Maybe I'll be able to go all out now that there's someone to watch over me.
Even though you're being watched over now, you should still take care of yourself. You shouldn't overwork yourself. Pei Chiu has been blaming himself for what happened.
That peacock is running his mouth again. It wasn't entirely Pei Chiu's fault. I'll talk to Pei Chiu later.
Mr. Lee, I think you should see a doctor.
Okay, I'll go to the hospital tomorrow.
I thought you were against going to the hospital.
Against?
We wanted to take you to the hospital earlier, but you refused.
I don't have anything against going to the hospital, but I don't have the best memories of that place. Maybe it's because I don't feel safe there.
Do you want me to go with you tomorrow?
Just focus on your work. Don't worry, I'm an adult. I don't need a kid to go to the hospital with me.
Mr. Lee's pushing me away again.
Mr. Peacock doesn't seem that bad anymore.
People who follow Mr. Lee can't be that bad.
My baby Hanny is here. You can go home without me. What are you doing here?
You said you were having a bad day.
Give me a hug.
What's bothering you?
It's nothing, really. I'm just wondering why even someone like Prince Charming would have to do things he didn't want to. Why do I need to write my script based on what people want? Shouldn't it be my decision? Where would I be now if you didn't save me from Director Shen?
In order to commercialize something artistic, you need to play into the public's interests. Artistic taste is a spectrum, and to be able to earn a profit, you need to find the right balance. You need to keep on making adjustments. For your last question, the results would be the same.
Why is that?
Because you are who you are, and I am who I am. You wouldn't tolerate it easily, while I wouldn't give up just like that either.
Maybe what Mr. Peacock said was true. Maybe this is who I am regardless of how many obstacles I'll face. I'll do my best to overcome them without compromising, leaving no regrets.
I feel like Pei Chiu has recently been treating that flamboyant peacock differently.
Perhaps they got to know each other better after the script leaked.
Mr. Lee hasn't come into work since that meeting.
Mr. Lee has taken 2 days leave.
Oh, I see you know quite well what's going on with Mr. Lee.
That's because Pei Chio's been discussing many things with Mr. Lee recently. That's how I found out. I can't believe I just said that out loud. It feels like I've gotten a secret VIP card from Mr. Lee. I know things the others don't. My ego, I feel it getting bigger.
According to Mr. Lee, we have to test the market by producing a teaser with our models and scenes. The artwork team and the modeling team we outsourced are on it. We'll have to give them our full support.
Okay. I can't wait to start.
It's already lunchtime. No wonder there isn't anyone in the office. Jiao Yang, do you want to try some of my cooking?
Miss Sue, did you make your own lunch today?
Tada, I actually don't know how to cook, but I've recently started learning it for my significant other.
You're so amazing.
He claimed I wasn't contributing enough to our relationship. He even claimed that I wasn't doing anything for him. So I spent nights learning how to cook. I'll go heat it up now.
You really managed to bring out the natural flavors of the vegetables. For your first time, it's not bad. The potatoes and meat are cooked through too.
What kind of comment is that? I feel like you're being sarcastic, but I can't prove it. I forgot to add salt to the vegetables, and I didn't season the meat. I'm so dumb.
I believe you'll do better next time. Just follow the recipe.
You're here. I need to rant.
Have you finished your business with that flamboyant peacock?
Did you know Mr. Huang acted the way he did all because he wanted the main character to be in a relationship? I'm speechless.
But the main character already has a lover, right?
He said it wasn't in your face enough. Basically, he wanted to add a new actor to the cast. He has already chosen the actor. He might as well demand that we design a character for them.
Adding someone new to the cast? Who?
We don't know yet. Mr. Huang wants to keep it low-key.
Why didn't he tell us before we started? Now we have to make a lot of changes just to accommodate him.
Exactly. It really disrupts the flow if we keep making changes to the script over and over again.
What did Mr. Lee say?
Prince Charming promised to create a new character for him. We have to make some major changes to some important scenes and settings. That's why he made Mr. Lee drink so much damn alcohol. This takeout tastes terrible. They didn't season it at all.
Okay, that's enough.
Miss Sue, are you waiting for someone? Is your partner picking you up?
You're such a fast learner. He's almost here. See ya.
If you really love someone, I guess you'll be willing to change for them. Even if you're not that good at something, you'll still give it your all. What's going on? Miss Sue.
I'm also very tired after work, but I still pick you up.
Let's go.
You're a woman. What the hell do you get for working overtime? Do you really have anything to do with the movie?
Don't. Hello, there's someone harassing one of our staff at the entrance. Could you please come over?
We're on our way.
Let's go home a bit later.
Sure. Miss Sue would probably feel awkward if she saw us here.
The next day. The third day.
Miss Sue hasn't been answering my calls. What happened?
Letter of resignation. Can you come to my office?
Come in. Have a seat. Sue Lee is your group leader, right?
Yes, she is. But I haven't been able to contact her these past few days.
Your manager has just handed in her resignation letter.
She resigned? Why so sudden?
Tell me more about her. I want to have a better idea of why she's so insistent on resigning.
I'm not sure what it was, but I think Miss Sue had a fight with her boyfriend. He thinks Miss Sue's main priority shouldn't be her job. Yesterday.
A real relationship is built on understanding each other, and not just backing off to avoid arguments. A real couple should support one another instead of dragging each other down. You can't maintain a relationship without sacrifices, but every sacrifice must come with a reward of equal value in order for the relationship to last. I don't think Sue Lee giving everything up for her boyfriend will fix her relationship. Just like the Nile crocodiles and the plovers. They have a symbiotic relationship, so the crocodiles don't grab the plovers, dragging them into the Nile.
You're the best, Mr. Lee, that was so heartfelt. Ah, I said that out loud.
I'll talk to Sue Lee. You can go back to work now.
Okay. Mr. Lee. Ah, never mind. It looks like you're recovering well.
Yeah, I'm feeling better. I don't want to collapse again. I wouldn't want to scare somebody.
I'm gonna go now. It's been so long since we came back to school. I missed this place.
Same. We're already in the last phase of our internship. It'll be over once our jobs on the production crew are done.
It's compulsory for you guys to join the production crew, isn't it? For us, we get to decide if we want to. They said it's up to us, but honestly, we really should. Are you planning to?
Very enthusiastic rookie.
Yeah, I've signed up. Watching the filming process might give me some inspiration, plus, our meals and accommodation are covered, so why not?
Are you solar powered or something? How are you always so enthusiastic?
Aren't you excited to see the experienced actors battle it out?
80% of them were probably recruited. They bring investors with them for the project. They aren't actually good actors.
Well, at least we'll get premium access to the movie as part of the crew.
The flamboyant peacock said the competition during the casting was cutthroat. Well, that's because this is Mr. Lee's first movie since returning to the industry. The director, Lou Rohn, also used to work with Prince Charming. They make the perfect team. Plus, because our script got leaked, our project's now being supervised very closely.
That little trouble by the investor had already given us a hard time. I don't even dare to think about the pressure Mr. Lee is under, but unfortunately I can do too little. We've already gotten so close, but I still feel like I can never do enough for him.
What if there's someone that likes Prince Charming? Would you back off? Or would you stand your ground and fight against the competition?
I don't know.
See? You're stopping yourself from making a decision.
Mr. Lee might not feel the same about me. I'm afraid I'll end up making him uncomfortable.
I think you've fallen for Prince Charming, but you don't have the guts to act on your feelings. Guess what? He's got a bunch of pursuers. They think he'd return their feelings. There are tons of rumors going around about his love life, but he doesn't give a damn about them. To him, you'll just be another person who's fallen for him. Stop saying but. You're not the only one who's tried to hide a crush here. I thought I could control my feelings too, but now, I've realized that it's impossible. You'll never stand a chance if you keep hesitating. You need to either stand your ground or give up. If you keep avoiding making a decision, you'll just get more and more indecisive.
Help, Paige Show's really calling me out here. Does this mean I'm not actually straight?
I heard you decided to join the production crew. I thought I'd drop by the office even though I'm on leave.
Whoa, Miss Sue, you look more beautiful than ever.
Of course. I managed to free myself from that thanks to Mr. Lee's guidance. I can finally embrace my true self now. Mr. Lee even gave me 1 week's worth of leave to process my emotions, but I just miss my little ball of sunshine too much.
Congratulations, Miss Sue.
Have you packed everything?
Paige Show helped with it me too yesterday. We also went back to our school to choose a topic for our final year project. I think we're all set.
Don't underestimate the work you have to do at the set. That's what I did when I was in your place. I almost died.
I have a feeling I'm going to learn a lot from this experience.
Mr. Lee's following you guys too. I wish I could come along.
Miss Sue, you resigned so suddenly. Mr. Lee even personally asked me what happened.
I didn't think he'd personally guide me into making peace with myself. Oh yeah, Mr. Lee also told me how worried you were. He told me to take good care of you. It seems like you've made a pretty good impression on him. He really cares about you.
I was just really worried about you. Maybe it's true. I'll never stand a chance if I keep hesitating. Maybe I should give it a shot so I don't regret anything.
Why is it so cold here?
Luckily, I brought 2 sets of warm clothes.
We're staying next doors, nice.
Oh, hello.
Oh, are you Lin Lu? What a gloomy guy.
Hey, can I turn on the lights? We're gonna get our food together soon. Do you want me to help you get yours? Is he not feeling well?
At the set.
Zhao Yang.
Hey, why are you here?
Everyone on my side is from Lu Rong's team. Prince Charming isn't here yet. I can't just go, hey, I'm one of the student interns under Mr. Lee, can I tag along with you guys?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Lu Rong's only 5 years older than Prince Charming. He's one of the youngest directors. He's pretty hot-tempered. He'll yell at anyone regardless of their popularity. The number of people who cried because of him can probably make a movie on their own.
Really? He seems like a really nice guy, though.
Don't let him fool you.
Regardless, I'm pretty sure Mr. Lee's acquaintances are all decent people.
Mr. Lee.
Mr. Lee's here.
Mr. Lee, you're here.
Let's go. I'm going to introduce you to Lu Rong. Is Zhao Yang here yet?
Yeah, he's over there.
Who's that?
I brought a few interns with me. Make sure the Chiantis you guys take care of them. Do you not like the Chianti I brought for you?
You remembered I like Chianti. I suppose you're not as heartless as I thought.
May I introduce someone to you?
Are you trying to pay someone's tuition fees with Chianti? That's a little cheap.
The Chianti's a gift. As for the tuition fees, there isn't any.
What's your name?
Hello, Director Lu. My name's Pei Chiu. It's spelled Peiqiu.
Yuan Xiao showed me your script. He's not someone you should look up to. Who refuses to become director, but stays at backstage instead.
I'll go check the scenery and the camera angles. I'm really happy you signed up to be a part of this. Some things feel different when you get to experience them firsthand. I think I'll be able to get some new inspiration from this experience as well. How's the hotel? You'll be staying there for a month. You should let us know if you're not comfortable with your stay.
The hotel isn't too bad. I just wish Pei Chiu was my roommate.
We don't have a lot of interns this time. Who's your roommate?
It's Lin Lu. He's a little hard to talk to.
I see. He has a psychological disorder. He's receiving treatment for it.
A psychological disorder?
Don't worry, I don't think he'll be in the hotel much. He's Lin Shen's brother.
Lin Shen? Wait, is he the Lin Shen I'm thinking about?
Hey, that was cold. You didn't even bother to pick me up after I sent you my address.
Whatever. I hope you've gone through your script.
Of course, I'm very aware of Director Lu's fiery temper. Besides, this is my first movie. It's also your first movie since coming back to the industry. I'll definitely make the best out of this opportunity.
Not bad. At least aware of that.
You aren't too shabby overcoming that rough patch you had either.
Hurry up, your costume and makeup are over there.
I guess you're still not over it, judging from your reaction.
Your younger brother's here. Please deal with him.
What's that kid up to?
Is the male lead ready? We'll film his scenes first.
Yup. How's Pei Chiu doing?
Mind your own business. He has more potential than you. We work pretty well with each other. Are you sure Lin Shen has the capabilities to be the male lead? I don't suggest giving him too much confidence.
That's not what I'm doing. He fits the male lead's character best. You were there during his audition.
Did you not hear about the rumors?
There's no way I'd date him.
He's your ex's childhood friend. It's normal to be reminded of your ex when his friend's around you.
I want to move on.
I'm just worried he's too much of a rookie to handle the expectations of playing the male lead. I could try convincing an award-winning actress to play the female lead, though she might be able to boost our ticket sales.
That actress doesn't fit the female lead's character. I need to think about this.
Are you worried she'll outshine Lin Shen?
She has no background in dance. She won't look as graceful when she does more challenging stunts.
You're being too idealistic. Our sales are our biggest priority. I hope you realize not everyone would be willing to take chances on a rookie.
Let me think about it.
Is something troubling Mr. Lee? Luckily, I've seen the final design of Miss Sue's vehicles. They're filming with the prototypes. The final appearances of the vehicles will be made with VFX.
We need to hurry up, they need the vehicles in the next scene.
Okay.
The actor's ready. Props. Can you send someone over?
I'll go.
We're taking a few more close-up shots of the male lead.
Okay, I'll pass him the props according to their sequence.
Cut. You're supposed to be running away in this scene. Fix your micro expressions. Let's do this again.
3, 2, 1, action.
Cut. He's not in character. Cut.
I can't start off with such an intense scene. I can't get into character.
If you can't play your character, get the hell out of here. This movie has almost 1,800 scenes. We need scenes a day. How dare you say you can't get into characters?
That's a little harsh.
Go move around and warm up. Even though it's just a close-up, you won't be able to get into character unless you're completely ready for your scenes.
Okay.
I brought you some food.
Thanks, I'll eat it later. Lin Shin has finally gotten into character, so director Liu wants to take the chance to finish the scene.
Mr. Lee, director Liu and the rest are still filming. Don't you want to see how they're doing?
They'll be fine on their own. Director Liu Rong's a professional.
Director Liu's really strict. Isn't he a little too harsh on the actors?
It's an actor's job to be able to put up a good performance. It's also a director's responsibility to set high standards. Besides, I'm already used to him being harsh.
Aren't you and Lin Shin seeing each other? Aren't you and Lin Shin friends?
Our friendship shouldn't interfere with our jobs. Also, who told you we're seeing each other?
I saw a picture of you guys together while reading celebrity gossip. You guys seemed pretty close.
Taking down rumors isn't cheap, so I decided to ignore the rumors about me.
I see. Mr. Lee, is something wrong there?
There is something wrong.
I might not be much help, but I might be able to give you some ideas.
Maybe I could use your opinion. We need an actress who's an experienced dancer to play the female lead. We've auditioned 300 people. One of the candidates is an experienced dancer, and I think she fits the role the best. However, she has no experience in acting and doesn't have a big fan base. Our second option is an award-winning actress. We'll be able to attract a huge audience with her, but she doesn't fit the role very well and isn't exactly within our budget.
What does director Liu think?
He wants the movie to have a solid foundation. He has a good relationship with the actress. He thinks she'll be able to pull off the role after undergoing some intensive dance training.
I see, Mr. Lee, what about you?
I don't have a lot of concerns. I want the character to be portrayed accurately. As the best actress, she will how the character effect is perceived by the public. Whether or not an actor is able to portray their character depends on how well they understand the character. Instead of playing the character, I would like the actor to become the character, so that the audience would be able to empathize with the character more.
Mr. Lee, you already know what you want. It might not be my place to say this, but I think, as the person who wrote the script, you also created the characters. You definitely know who fits the character best. This movie will be your comeback. Instead of having a star-studded cast, why don't you pursue perfection without the glitz and the glamour, and surprise the viewers later? Wouldn't that be more spectacular?
Thank you. I'll remember this heartfelt moment forever.
I'm way too excited to fall asleep. I already see myself in Mr. Lee's eyes. Do I move on to his heart next? I'm going crazy. What am I thinking?
Are you sleepwalking?
I'm sorry. Why do we have to work so early today?
Lin Shin has something scheduled in the afternoon. He can only film in the morning.
It's so high up.
Props master, I need you here.
Understood. The harness isn't buckling. Something's broken. It's not clipping in.
This shot will be quick. Just go and find a rope and tie it.
I'll look for one now. I can't find a black rope.
I've got a plan. Use this. All done.
You're not as good with hair ties as you used to be.
I haven't used any in a while.
He's really acting the part of the rumored boyfriend. Just look at him.
It's not like that.
Aren't you jealous at all?
Mr. Lee said he has nothing to do with Lin Shen. Well, he doesn't have anything to do with me either. Anyways, I'm not jealous at all.
You're obviously trying to hide that you're jealous. If this were Han, I'd get back at him by stand from the bar.
But he always catches you before you can do anything. Why do I feel so self-conscious? We're getting closer and closer to each other, but why do I still feel so anxious? Is it because Mr. Lee seems experienced with dealing with these kinds of relationships? Or is it because I want to confirm my relationship with Mr. Lee? Everything's moving too fast. What am I thinking?
What's on your mind?
I want to confirm my relationship with Mr. Lee. That's insane. I'm just an ordinary person. Where am I getting this confidence from?
What kind of relationship do you want to confirm?
Please delete what I just said from your memory.
Oh, before I delete what you said from my memory, do you want to know what I think? I don't think you're ordinary at all. You're not that confident either. Okay, I have now deleted what you said from my memory.
What was that secret discussion about?
I forgot.
Costume design. Please prepare the actor's costume for the high jump stunt next.
I'll go up later with Master Wong to help the actor with the stunt cable.
Okay.
You need to turn around and fall on your back.
I'm scared of falling on my back.
The wires in the wire work are fine. I've already checked it. There aren't any problems.
I don't have a problem with falling forward. But since I'm required to fall backward, may I request some help?
Prop Master, can you help him?
The platform is quite narrow. Let that skinny kid Xiao Yang help him. You're not afraid of heights, are you?
Not at all. I can do it.
Be careful and hold the railings.
Okay. Mr. Lee seems more nervous than I am.
Both of you coordinate the stunt between yourselves first. Test it twice before we proceed.
Just hold on to me for a second. Let go as soon as I jump.
Okay, sounds good.
Not yet. I'm not ready. Ah.
Xiao Yang. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Move around a little. Does it hurt anywhere?
My wrist hurts a little. I tried bracing myself with it when I landed. I thought I could be of help, but I didn't help much. I'm fine, don't worry.
I'll take him to a doctor.
Sure thing.
Everyone else, let's continue.
The doctor said I only injured the soft tissue. It's not a big deal.
Take a break from the crew until you've recovered.
What? I only need to avoid carrying anything heavy. I can work on something else.
You want to work on something else?
I really do.
Sure, you can work on getting your wrist to heal.
Is Mr. Lee kissing me? Isn't this what couples do? Mr. Lee's lips are soft and warm.
You draw with these hands. If you lost your ability to draw because of injuries, it'd be my fault.
It wouldn't be your fault, and it's really not a serious injury.
It'd be my fault because I didn't ask someone else to take your place.
He's surprisingly stubborn. Would it be possible for me to observe the crew instead then? Everyone is busy, and I want to accompany you guys.
Okay, you can observe us, but you need to rest here for 2 days. I'll either bring you food or order food for you.
There's no need for that, Mr. Lee. I can manage myself.
I know that. Let me be responsible for my kiss just now, okay? I need to start getting ready for another relationship too.
Okay then. Another relationship, does that mean what I think it does?
The answer to your question lies within you. I'm leaving now. Call me if you need anything.
Alright. He didn't give me an answer in the end. Mr. Lee has given me the choice. He probably doesn't want me to regret whatever happens.
Are you dating Lee Yuan Xiao?
No, I'm not. As of now, you can't say we're dating.
Does that mean you're sleeping with him?
No, we're not. We haven't reached that stage yet.
Has Li Yuanxiao told you about his past?
Sorry, are you talking about his past projects? He calls Mr. Li by his first name.
Are you working on city design now?
Yeah, I am.
Li Yuanxiao's ex did concept design too.
What?
You didn't know? He and his ex-boyfriend were pretty famous entertainment circle back then.
I didn't know that. Why did they break up?
Jiang Jinzhou killed himself. It was reported that he had depression, but who knows? As far as I'm concerned, Li Yuanxiao might have toyed with him.
Have you received the food?
Yeah, I'm washing the fruits now.
It's going to be a cold night. Let me know if you need more covers or warmer clothes.
Mr. Li.
I'm listening.
Should I ask him about Jiang Jinzhou? Did Mr. Li never bring him up because it's not something he wants to remember, or because it's something he doesn't want me to know?
Jiao Yang, you don't have to give me an answer now. Whatever your answer will be, I hope you've thought about it thoroughly. I don't want your choice to be influenced by my actions. When you hand over some things to others, they become your weakness. I don't want to see your emotions and deplete.
Is Jiang Jinzhou your weakness? Mr. Li is such a nice person, he can't be a player.
You don't have to feel stressed about it.
Okay. I've decided. I'll think about it before giving you an answer. I don't want to be your weakness either.
Don't rush it, you have plenty of time.
Lin Shen.
Aren't you going to pick that up? Coming.
You didn't pick up my call. What the hell do you want? Oh, it's you. I brought a psychologist for Lin Lu.
Okay.
How's your wrist? Let me know if you ever need any help.
Don't worry. I'm fine. I'll be back with the crew after 2 days.
What's the matter with you? What, Mr. Superstar? I've been staying out of your way. Ha! I got a call from your mom. She said you pissed off 2 therapists so bad, they gave up and left. You can laze around here all you want. Lia Liangxiu let you tag along because he didn't want to get involved in our family matters.
There's so much going on here. Am I supposed to be hearing all this?
The least you can do is make your mom's life a little easier. The more you put on that charming fake persona of yours, the more you disgust me. Heh, I couldn't care less about what you think about me.
I think I'll take my leave now.
Lin Lu's session is supposed to start now. Bear in mind that you'll still be charged the same amount even if we start late.
It's fine. You can stay here. You have 1 minute to get up and start moving. I'm not going anywhere. I don't need therapy, and I don't want your help. Do you think I give a crap about you? Your mom was the one who told me to get you a therapist. This woman right here is one of the most renowned psychotherapists in the country. I managed to get you an appointment today because of Li Yuanxiao. It's up to you to go for it. You're the one that needs therapy. I'll get better once she fixes you. This is the last time I'm accepting favors from your mom. You know what? You're an adult. Do whatever you want with your life. Just stop bothering me. Dr. Chu, let's go. Dr. Chu, I'm so sorry for wasting your time today. He's such a brat.
It's okay. It's not a waste of time if I get to see Li Yuanxiao.
I get to visit him this time as his friend instead of his therapist.
Therapist? Is she the therapist Fang Hu was talking about? I wonder if any of this is related to Jiang Jinzhou.
Hey, what are you doing over there?
Oh, Pei Qiu, nothing.
You're being secretive about it. You're thinking about Prince Charming, aren't you? So, what did I miss?
Hey.
I thought you'd be mad at Lin Shen.
Why would I?
Don't play dumb. That kid got hurt because of him. I saw the panic on your stupid little face just now.
It wasn't his fault. I messed up the arrangement.
As always, you put all the blame on yourself.
He's straight.
Oh, come on. That kid's obviously interested in you. Tell me about him.
He's a concept designer. He's graduating soon, and he's straight. I feel like I just went back in time.
If you didn't tell me you wanted to move on, I would have thought you were looking for someone to replace Jiang Jinzhou, so what are you going to do about him?
I'm hoping he'll make his move soon, but at the same time, I don't want to drag him into anything.
You're not worried because you think he's not ready for you. You're worried because you think you're not ready for him.
Now that I've realized I've fallen for a kid, I feel kind of old.
Why? Do you think you're too old for him? Or are you worried that he'll dump you once he gets bored?
I'm just not reckless anymore. If he knew about my past with Jinjo, he'd probably be terrified. He'd probably want to distance himself from me too.
How ironic, a scriptwriter, who has written the destinies of countless characters and actors, is afraid of writing his own destiny.
So Prince Charming's sex was called Jiang Jinzhou. You guys share the same profession. Whoa, he also won a bunch of awards. Amazing. He had long hair in his profile picture on Twitter.
Let me see.
Here.
He's nothing like me.
Hold on, you think Prince Charming sees you as Jiang Jinzhou's replacement?
I've had my suspicions, but I know that's not the case now. I'm in no way comparable to Jiang Jinzhou.
Stop putting yourself down. How dare you question Prince Charming's taste?
What does Mr. Lee see in me? His ex-boyfriend was so outstanding.
I can't seem to find anything about their relationship on the internet.
They really loved each other.
How can you tell? This is just a rejected script of The Puppet Emperor, Prince Charming's debut movie.
Jiang Jinzhou probably designed the character based on Mr. Lee's appearance. Mr. Lee probably used to play the flute for him a lot as well. He probably knew Mr. Lee very well.
Hey, what are you worried about? You're the person Prince Charming's interested in now.
Yeah, what am I worried about?
If you have any questions, just ask him. If you stay quiet, you'll never stop thinking about what he might say.
I don't think Mr. Lee wants to talk about his past, though.
You don't actually care about what happened between them. You just want to know what Mr. Lee wants to do about his past and what he wants now. Han Dong and I used to hurt and second-guess each other's feelings a lot. We've had a lot of unnecessary conflict throughout our relationship. At first, I thought Han Dong was a player because we often hung out with other men and women. Han Dong thought he could keep me happy as long as he had money, but that made me feel like he didn't actually care about me. We often made assumptions about each other based on what we thought was the truth. Turns out, he hung out with those people because he needed them to help him gain more power in the business world. He couldn't afford to say no to them, but I didn't want his money. I didn't need to be the only person he cared about, I just wanted all of him. I'm really possessive, so if I can't have all of him, I don't want him at all. Instead of making a bunch of assumptions, why don't you get the truth from the guy himself? That way, you won't have to guess whether he genuinely loves you or not.
You've always said you were only dating him for his money. I didn't know you actually loved him that much.
I was about to give up on our relationship when I said that, well, this is why you shouldn't overthink.
You never gave up, that's great.
By the way, Han Dong's dropping by these 2 days. I tried to tell him no, but he wouldn't listen.
Thanks for reminding me that I'm single.
Here, it's for you.
Mr. Lee, it's really windy today. You didn't have to come all the way here just to give me this.
I wanted to check up on you. The set isn't too far from here, so I decided I'd sneak out for a bit.
I think I'm starting to understand why Han Dong's so insistent about visiting Peiqiu. My wrist's completely healed. Look.
Don't do that.
Mr. Lee, I'm tired of staying in the hotel all day. Can I at least be on standby?
Alright, hop on. I'll give you a ride.
It's okay. I'm really heavy.
You should watch me work out in the company gym next time. You'll see that I'm a lot stronger than you think. You can hold on to my waist.
Mr. Lee, have you given anyone else a bike ride before?
No, this is my first time giving someone a ride. I'd say I'm a pretty steady cyclist for someone that doesn't ride a bike often.
Mr. Lee, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead. I'm all ears.
What do you like about me?
Remember that drink I made you at the bar? A martini is pretty easy to make, but if you don't mix it right, it'll end up tasting like vodka. I like the way you make me feel. You're like a cocktail that feels just right. A cocktail with the right amount of bitterness to make its sweetness stand out without tasting artificial. A perfect mixture of both flavors makes the drink smooth.
What if this feeling changes? What if I turn out to be more bitter than sweet?
Stirring alone is enough to mix a martini. However, I chose to mix yours by shaking it. I'm willing to accept you for who you are, no matter what you turn out to be. We're here.
I told you not to visit me if you're busy.
I came here to attend thanks a 1-week summit.
So you didn't come here to visit me?
Well, I wasn't planning to attend the summit at first.
Moo. Mr. Lee, Director Lou's looking for you.
Wow, this is the first time Pei Cho didn't address Mr. Lee as Prince Charming. It's probably because his boyfriend's with him.
All right.
I'd like to find a time to meet up with Lu Rong and Li Yuanxiao.
It's fine, they've been taking very good care of me. Besides, Director Lu probably wouldn't agree to meet up with you. He's a pretty stubborn guy.
Judging from his background, he definitely isn't someone who would be easily swayed by some random person's opinion.
Oh? Do you guys know each other?
We've met each other a few times. The Lu family has political affiliations. People often refer to Lu Rong as the prince.
Director Lu doesn't act like he's from a powerful family, though. Mr. Lee also has a pretty good relationship with him. Wait, does this mean Mr. Lee's family's also involved in?
Li Yuanxiao's family is nothing compared to Director Lu's. However, he's always been extremely talented. He kept a low profile after returning to the country to grow his career.
Do you think Director Lu might have feelings for Mr. Lee? Is he Zhao Yang's rival?
I don't think so. He didn't help Li Yuanxiao when he was going through his rough patch.
His rough patch?
When that incident happened.
Was the person beside Pei Cho his boyfriend? I don't recall Pei Cho ever mentioning him before.
He probably didn't want people to think he was using his boyfriend's influence to backdoor his way to success. His boyfriend's the heir to a company, so he's under a lot of pressure.
That sounds very much like Pei Cho. I really admire his character. Each type of alcohol is served in its own dedicated glass.
Wow, there are a lot of new faces here.
Do you remember your tasks?
Keep watch, be on standby, and avoid hurting my wrist again.
We might be filming something for promotional purposes later. You can move if you don't want to be caught on camera.
Okay.
What a good boy.
Wah! Are you talking about Jiang Jianzhou? Didn't he take his own life?
I'm not sure. I didn't pay attention to the news. The Li family had all reports of the incident taken down before it went viral.
I want to know what happened. I can't ask Prince Charming about it, and Zhao Yang's to him anything. I hate it here.
There, I need to go to the city. I'll visit you again when I'm free.
You better not disturb me when I'm at work.
Did you mean what you said?
You'll tire yourself out driving back and forth from the city.
I don't find it tiring at all. I can't say the same for my car, though.
You'll also have to spend a lot on petrol.
You can pay me back with your body when you come home.
I don't think I'll be able to. Can I apply for a 60-year installment?
You'll probably need an 80-year installment. You still need to compensate me, the driver, for working overtime.
Ugh. You evil capitalist.
Pei Cho, you look very happy today.
Han Dong's treating the entire production crew to dinner tonight.
Tonight?
Get ready for a feast.
Thank you for your hard work, everyone. There'll be a surprise for all of you tonight, so stay tuned.
Whoa, they're being really mysterious about it.
Everyone, pose.
What's happening over there?
Hey, young man. Can you take this photo for us?
Oh, sure.
This looks like it's taken by a professional. You're probably in university, right? Are you here to visit the set during the weekend?
Yeah, something like that.
After this, the casting director will be recruiting extras for the scenes tonight. He's looking for someone tall and good-looking. Do you want to give it a try? You're pretty tall.
It's fine. I'm just passing by this place. Oh, I gotta go help the others. Bye. I gotta get out of here. I'll go look for paid show instead.
Oh, why are you here?
I almost got recruited as an extra.
I see. Should I recommend you to the director?
No.
One time, we didn't have enough extras during the new year, so we ended up becoming the extras ourselves.
Mr. Lee, you were an extra?
It was a full shot too. I had to find a spot that made me less noticeable.
Nobody recognized you?
I don't think anyone would question who played the random faceless dead body they saw on screen. You might be able to recognize me if you watched the scene again, though.
Huh, why do you say so?
Didn't you figure out my waistline when you wrapped your arms around my waist on the bike earlier? Oh well. Wrap your arms a little tighter next time, okay?
Okay.
I have to get back to work. Don't leave yet, though. Pei Chio's boyfriend's treating us to dinner later.
Yeah, I know.
Huh? What's happening?
Whoa! Oh my god! There's so much food.
Who's paying for all these? These are better than what I had during the New Year.
Is anyone allergic to seafood? I don't mind eating your share.
Who bought us all this food?
Judging from the quantity and quality, Mr. Han probably had to make his order at least a month advance. It probably took around half a day to prepare all this food. He must have been planning this for a while.
I would have brought us some alcohol if he told us earlier.
Yeah, we didn't plan this very well. We'll treat you guys to a few drinks next time.
Sure. Mr. Han and I are acquaintances, but we never got the chance to know each other.
Mr. Lee, don't eat the manila clams.
Why?
They're pretty spicy, so they might upset your stomach.
Alright, I'll do as you say. We're filming the night scenes later. Go back to the hotel and get some rest. Take my jacket with you. It gets pretty cold at night.
Okay. I'll come early tomorrow morning. Oh? Do you have a cold? That sounds pretty serious. I don't think we have any cold medicine here. I'll go get you some from the drugstore, okay?
Mind your own business.
Then, do you want me to let your brother know?
I told you, this is none of your business. Just because you've held hands with, and doesn't you get to patronize me. Don't tell me what to do. You know nothing about me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
You seem pretty down, sunshine. Is there a solar eclipse?
Mr. Lee.
Yes?
I think I offended someone. Why am I telling him that?
What happened? Take your time.
That's what happened.
The conflict between the Lin brothers has been going on for a long time. You were just unlucky and got caught in the of it.
They don't seem to be biological brothers. Is that why they hate each other?
You still feel like taking care of him after he threw a temper tantrum at you? You even bought him medicine.
Oh, he didn't mean it.
They don't share the same mother. They were very close when they were kids, though. Lin Lu's name used to have a different spelling. He changed it after their relationship turned sour.
If he hates Lin Shen that much, why did he join the crew knowing that he'd be here?
Hate and love aren't polar opposites. His hatred might have stemmed from being unable to return to the past. He may have later directed that hatred to the person who took it away.
So, Lin Lu's inability to let go of the past was what caused his mental health to deteriorate.
I'd rather you never know why.
What about you, Mr. Lip? Do you want to return to the past? Oh dear, look at the time. I gotta go. I need to give the medicine to Lin Lu. Why did I ask Mr. Lee such a loaded question? I don't want him to compare me to someone who has passed away. Besides, I'm nothing to him.
You don't actually care about what happened between them. You just want to know what Mr. Lee wants to do about his past and what he wants now.
Am I jealous of Jiang Jinzhou for taking away Mr. Lee's past? He has a fever.
Oh, it's you.
I bought you some medicine. I'll get you some warm water.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have spoken to you that way.
Don't worry about it. I know you were just in a bad mood.
I didn't want to disturb you while you were at work.
You didn't. I don't have any work right now because I injured my wrist.
Your persona isn't the only reason people like you, Mumbles. I wasn't jealous of you, and I never wanted anyone to hate you.
Oh, I don't think he's talking to me. I've been replying to him this entire time.
I could dwell in the past, but I've finally gotten used to the sunshine.
What did he mean by staying in the past? If Jian's Jinzhou didn't, they'd be living together happily now, wouldn't they? I also wouldn't be in this position now. Why did Jiang Jinzhou do it? I don't get it. Oh, you're awake. Are you feeling better? Would you like some water? I'll go get you some.
You can't sleep?
Yeah. I can't stop overthinking.
Do you want to know what happened to Jiang Jinzhou? Jiang Jinzhou and Lin Shen grew up together. Due to Kiss family, Jinzhou had mild depression from a very young age. Though, he always seemed perfectly fine. But the producer wanted to modify his script to attract more stakeholders. Li Yuanshao refused, and the deal was off. He decided to produce his own movie instead. He met Li Yuanshao during the graduation exhibition. At that time, Li Yuanshao's script had already attracted the interest of a film producer. Both of them hit it off after knowing each other for a while. Later on, Lu Rong saw their potential and joined them as well. Although they faced many challenges, their debut was ultimately successful. They became famous in the film industry. They decided to further their studies abroad. Their second movie also won many awards. After returning home, Jinzhou's depression suddenly became worse. Wanshao brought him to art galleries, fashion shows, and operas to cheer him up. They even went skydiving and did many other extreme sports together. Everyone else envied their relationship, however. Jinzhou didn't get better. We thought his depression would improve after seeing a therapist. That day was supposed to be a happy day. Jinzhou even got us limited tickets to an opera. He jumped off a building that same night. I heard. Li Yuanshao saw him fall to his death. Li Yuanshao was pretty miserable after that, but being upset can't revive the dead. He'd change anything. He was just blaming himself to make himself feel better. When Jinzhou was alive, Yuanshao was too busy with his career to care about his needs. He needed Jinzhou to take his life for him to realize that having a successful career isn't everything. What a pretentious and self-centered piece.
That's not true. Mr. Li loved him. They really loved each other.
How are you so sure about that?
Mr. Li wanted to stay in the past because he didn't know how to live in a future without Jinzhou.
What about you? Are you sure Li Yuanshao loves you?
I don't know. Why can't I bring myself to say yes? Mr. Li told me himself that he likes me. Will Mr. Li eventually start comparing me to Jiang Jinzhou? I'm no match for him. His previous lover was such an outstanding individual, why would he want someone like me?
Humans need sunlight to live. Can you be my sunshine?
Ugh, my head hurts. I wonder if Lin Lu feels better now. I don't think I'll go to the set today. I'm not ready to face Mr. Li yet. His fever got worse. Should I tell Lin Shen? Wait, I don't have his number.
Okay, I'll let Prince Charming know. Oh, Jiao Yang said Lin Lu has a high fever, so he's bringing him to the hospital.
I see, okay. Is he avoiding me? Lin Shen's brother is sick. I'm going to see if he's okay.
What happened? He's not even your brother. Why are you in such a rush? At least put your walkie-talkie down first. Are you planning to direct us while you're in the hospital?
Here you go.
Did you and the kid get into an argument?
No, sorry, I didn't make myself clear earlier.
You weren't in your room yesterday.
I was sleepwalking.
I feel like I missed a few chapters here.
I should have went to see him this morning. Why did he suddenly ask if I wanted to return to the past? Did he find out about my history with Jinjo? Indeed, confessions need to be done in person.
Mr. Lee, are you here for Lin Lu too?
I'm here to see you. You don't have to twist my actions just because you want to avoid me. Did you receive my text?
Oh, no, can I leave? Yeah.
Come with me now. I think you want to know about my past, so perhaps it's best if I make it clear to you I don't want to return to the past, and I don't intend to go looking for my past self either. I kept them a secret because I didn't want to make our relationship awkward. I'm worried that it'll make me an unworthy person, someone you can't entrust yourself to. I should have told you everything so that you could have made a proper decision. My ex.
I know everything. I know about you and Jiang Jinzhou. I don't want to calling Jinzhou a person he loves or his first love. I would feel terrible.
I knew it. You can ask me anything. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Will you love me as much as you love Jinzhou? What am I compared to him? Will I ever be able to catch up to you too?
Am I making you feel insecure? Did you think I was using you to forget him?
It's not like that, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, you should pick up your phone.
It's just Lin Shen. I told him I was coming here.
I'm here. Where are you guys?
The ICU. Just walk straight and you'll reach us.
Alright, I need to rush back to shoot the scene or else the crew will say I'm acting entitled again.
You've been quite busy.
It's your fault for making me this popular.
You should say that to your manager instead.
They're from a whole different world. Even just standing beside them, I look out of place.
I've been very busy, but I have to take care of him as well.
He's your younger brother after all.
Yeah, my younger brother. Both of you can return to set now. I'll arrange for my assistant to look after him and take him home later.
Be patient with him, okay?
Yeah, I know.
What's on your mind?
Well, Lin Lu talked about you and Jiang Jinzhou, but I'd say thinking about his relationship with Lin Shen.
Does he hate me? If it weren't for me, Lin Shen would have retired from acting.
It was two sides of the same coin, so you don't have to blame yourself, Mr. Lee. You said the answer to our relationship lies within me. Do you still mean it?
Yes, I do.
Can we take a step back? Right now, I don't think I can justify staying beside you.
If doing this helps you judge me better, I'll respect your decision.
I'll be going then. Mr. Lee, please go back and rest too. See you.
I've been searching for you the whole day. Why are you here alone? Prince Charming asked me to talk to you. There's something wrong with you too. Did you have a fight?
I've decided not to think about my relationship with Mr. Lee.
What did you just say? Are you overthinking it again? No matter what happens, Jiang Jinzhou is.
This has nothing to do with him.
When you say you don't want to think about it, do you mean you're giving up?
I'm not sure if I should give up.
What's on your mind right now? I understand it may feel awkward to tell Mr. Lee about it, but you can always tell me.
Mr. Lee and I are from two different worlds. Even though he said he is a normal person like me, but I always felt distant reaching out to him. I've thought about working harder to be able to set closer to Mr. Lee, but after I learned about Jian's Jinzhou, I don't think I'll ever be able to be on the same level as these amazing people. If we continue our relationship, Mr. Lee will probably get sick of me. He'll regret believing in me because I won't be able to meet his expectations. You could say Mr. Lee doesn't need much from me now, but how about in the future? As the saying goes, a sailor that has already experienced the raging sea will never be able to enjoy the calm waters. Jinzhou was his raging sea, and I'm just a drop of water.
The set.
Go home if you're not going to focus on the job.
Sorry.
Want to get a drink tonight?
Sure, let's get back to work.
You have no confidence in yourself.
It's not about my confidence. I just don't want to join their circle. I have no desire to. I can't help to get rid of Mr. Lee's stress and worries.
Then will you continue to love Prince Charming?
Yeah, I will. You told me that both chasing an idol and falling in love start the same way. I now know that fanboys don't need to think about the future.
I also told you that as a fanboy, you'll never be able to get your hands on the one you love. But you're different, you know? You're giving him up willingly. You one-sidedly believe that Prince Charming will be disappointed in you in the future. However, have you ever put yourself in his shoes? How would he feel if you backed off like that?
You're right. I didn't think about how Mr.Li would feel.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not on his side and I get your concerns. I just feel like you're overthinking your future and you weren't thinking about his side of things at all. If you don't even try, how will you know that it's definitely doomed for failure? If the comes where both of you are disappointed in each other, you can choose to give up then. You worry that Prince Charming is wasting his devotion on you. But you have worked hard for him too. Love is give and take.
Still, I really don't want Mr. Lee to have another weakness.
You're too late. If you reject him now, he'll have a weak spot. It won't be a big one, but it'd surely leave a deep scar for the both of you. This is how relationships work. Once it's started, both parties are in it together.
Someone looks dead today. Did that child give you a death sentence?
Yeah, to be precise, I've been suspended.
Do you know what's your problem? You gave him too much space, so he retreated.
Try me. You're right. I made him feel insecure.
You're cringing at your decisions, but you're hoping a child, who knows nothing about society, will be able to navigate a relationship with you himself?
I'm willing to stay away from him once I've been with him for a small part of his life. Then I'll be able to set him free to the place he wants to go. I promised Jinjo I'll accompany him until his depression is better. I said I would hurt myself the same way every time Jinjo hurts himself, but you see, I'm still alive. All these years, I'd never hoped for a new relationship, and I never thought about spending my life with anyone else. Jiao Yang is a nice, simple-minded child. I can't even get a taste of him because I'm scared about keeping him by my side.
You've let go of Jinjo, but you've never forgiven yourself.
For Pei Chiu, it's different. He really wants to join our circle, and he has Han Dong to retreat to. I know Jiao Yang doesn't like the circle and he has nowhere to retreat to if he's with me. I'm afraid he'll regret it and feel disappointed later. Worst of all, I might affect him, and he'll become Jinjo.
Since you've already thought about it, stop asking him to make the decision.
I just want to know if I am still worthy of being loved.
It just looks a bit flat. What happened there? Would adding a circular walkway help?
Good idea. It might.
This would be the approximate angle.
We've already started filming. Why would Mr. Huang change the plot again? The production team is full of kiss.
I'll talk to Director Liu about this again and come up with a backup plan.
Ah, I'm finally done. I'll go and get a breath of fresh air. So cute. It's really focused on eating, isn't it?
It belongs to the film crew next to us.
Oh, I thought it was a stray.
Well, it is a stray, but Mr. Lee fed him once. He also asked us to save our leftovers for it in the future. The dog visits us more often because our food is better than theirs.
Did she say Mr. Lee? What a good doggo. Are you here for the food or Mr. Lee?
I'll get going.
Okay, bye. Just because you were treated to a kept meal, you coming back, does that mean after sharing our thoughts on our career, playlists, martinis, and heartfelt moments, I should go all out? The seeds of love have already been planted in my heart. Is it the same for you too, Mr. Lee?
Where did you go just now?
I just took a stroll around the...
Prince Charming asked me to go get lunch, so I got my lunchbox and ate. Then he asked why was I eating alone.
Oh, so Mr. Lee ate his lunch with you?
Go and die, you straight man. Prince Charming was trying to get me to tell him where you were. He even ran away after I told him I knew what he was up to.
Really?
I swear, I'm going to trap the both of you in a room and only let you out once you become a couple. Come with me.
Wait, what?
Stop daydreaming, let's go. If you want to end it, do it now. If you don't, then follow your heart.
I don't know what to say to him.
You don't have to say anything. Love can be expressed without saying anything.
But
Han Dong is going to pick me up. I'll go wait for him outside when I get back. I hope that both of you can face your feelings in person. Han Dong.
The doctors found a tumor in my uncle's brain.
Is that why you have to rush home? To take care of him?
Yes. I'll be taking him to the city center for treatment. Meanwhile, you'll be...
Don't worry about me. Is your cousin not helping at all? You're hiding something from me again. But I won't ask if you don't want to tell me. I can't help you anyway, and you don't need me to step in either.
My uncle was the one who raised me. He let me supervise his businesses.
So all this time, your cousin was just jealous of you? Why would he ignore his father's illness? After all, he's your uncle's son.
When I met up with him to talk about my uncle's treatment, he only cared about his share of my uncle's inheritance.
Does that guy even have a conscience? If you feel terrible, don't keep it to yourself. I'm here for you. He's crying.
I need to tell Mr. Lee how I really feel. I need to tell you.
Can I bring you out for?
Let's have lunch first.
You can say what you wanted to. Come, sit down. I want to know what you want to tell me. My lunch can wait.
I know I've always been average. There's nothing special about me. Before starting my internship, I didn't even have any plans for my future. But after I saw that you noted down the names of every single person who contributed to your projects, I finally figured out my goal. Yet, the more I dwell in your circle, the more out of place I feel. I have a very ordinary background, no talent, and I certainly haven't won any awards or certificates. I'm really proud to be your friend, but I feel guilty about being your lover. I'm nothing compared to Jiang Jinzhou. I envied the fact that no one could ever replace him, and how someone so irreplaceable had swept away the most important years of your life like the raging waves of a stormy sea. Undeniably, you're completely out of my league, but I can't seem to make my feelings for you go away. I hate this part of myself.
Was this why you said both of us need to take a step back?
Yeah.
I thought you felt that what happened to Jiang Jinzhou was my fault and wanted to stay away from me. I thought you no longer felt safe around me and regretted becoming close to me.
I've never felt that way, and I've never once regretted becoming close to you.
Jiao Yang, thank you for opening up to me. I almost lost you. Almost. Why do you want to be like the waves of a stormy sea? You're my sunshine after the rain. I worried too much back then and didn't give you the courage to confess your true feelings, but I don't want to run away anymore. We should talk about this somewhere else. I'll bring you out, and I'll tell you all of my feelings and my past. I'll tell you everything.
Okay.
Jiao Yang, I know you lack confidence. But I didn't know you had this little Tousl's confidence in yourself.
Really?
You were accepted into our company's internship program that itself proves that you stood out among your classmates. You're basically on the same level as your colleagues and team members. Besides, your work, you're even up at able to give some very valuable suggestions. If these are what an ordinary person could do, then you're just as ordinary as the first man to walk the moon.
Mr. Lee, do you really think so?
Of course. I'm pretty serious when it comes to my profession.
Were you guys French kissing in there?
That lasted for a while.
You guys are wild.
We were just chatting.
Oh, of course you guys were. You gotta use your mouth for that.
Stop. Help.
You guys seem pretty free. That means I won't need to supervise the filming this afternoon, right? Jiao Yang and I will be leaving work early, then.
Both of you are excused.
Let's go.
This is great. I want to see Han Dong too. Director, can I leave work early too?
Nope.
Hey, that's discrimination. Director Liu, my internship ends in a week. I won't be able to continue staying here. What a pity. I grew so much while I was with Director Liu.
Yuan Xiao has plans for you to stay on set until production ends.
I'm grateful that Prince Charming arranged for me to train under Director Liu. I learned a lot working with him. This would be a dream come true for anyone else. However, I'd like to stay here until production ends too, but I think Handong really needs me now.
Your first movie will determine your status when you enter the film industry. Before you came, I never thought of taking on an apprentice. You're my first one. I'll be going back to where I belong after this project ends. Yuan Chao doesn't know yet, but this is my last movie. We're focusing on location shooting next month, so it won't be wise of you to leave the set now.
What? This is his last movie? I see. Thank you, Director Liu. I'll take some time to think about it.
Why did you say you were the cause of Jiang Jinzhou's death?
He entrusted himself to me, but I failed to hold on to him. So, I'm responsible for what happened to him. I've made a mistake. He met me right after he graduated, and we did everything together since. Other than Lin Shen, my childhood friend, Jinzhou was my closest companion. All those brainstorming sessions, as well as the ups and downs, we've been through them together. Because of my ego, the producer parted ways on bad terms, and I resorted to crowdfunding to complete my movie. It was difficult, but I was a graduate who had won awards. There were seniors who were willing to help me. The word of mouth from my first 2 movies created many opportunities for me. However, after I came home, I realized that I can't gain a foothold in the industry by just proving myself through my work. Everyone involved, the director, the producer, and the actors, all have a say. It took me a long time to befriend the investors. I had to get used to their rules and finally be able to blend into their circle. My only mistake was taking Jinzhou with me. I brought him to events to talk to the directors. We've stepped foot in all sorts of circles. I never kept our relationship a secret. I used facts to counter defamatory rumors. Yet, I ignored his wishes. He didn't want to be involved in any shady business, but he also never said no to accompanying me. I never understood how severe his depression was until I saw him harming himself. I didn't know how to help him. I tried looking for doctors and tried looking up information about it. I stayed by his side every step of the way and did everything he did. He pretended that everything was okay, but when I saw the occasional cuts on his body, I felt like I was walking on thin ice. I consulted a psychologist, and I reflected on my actions. Was it my fault that I didn't give him space? Did I make him feel pressured and restrained? At last, I watched him fall and die right in front of me. Maybe it was his way of getting his revenge on me.
So that's the whole story.
I was depressed for a long time. There was a void in my heart, and his fall replayed in my dreams every night. Even getting drunk didn't help. A person as arrogant as I am broken and messed up. Do I deserve to be loved? Do I deserve to correct my chance mistakes?
Mr. Li, you've done everything you could.
Jiao Yang, if you stay with me, you might become involved in the issues and problems of my circle, even if you're not a part of it. Do you think you'd regret that?
No, I wouldn't. But that means I can't help you when you have problems too. Mr. Li, will you be disappointed?
This time, I would like to see the person I like doing the things that he likes. Let me participate in what you like me to do.
Then can I kiss you, Mr. Li?
Only a kiss.
Let's start with a kiss.
I'm right in front of you now. Are you ready?
Jiang Jinzhou gave up on himself and on Mr. Li. Now, it's time for me to continue with my own story.
Is everything okay?
Yeah.
You're not saying much. I'm sure something happened. If you're not telling me, I'm hanging up.
The doctor is suggesting to remove the tumor and following that up with chemo. He can't cure him, he could only try to.
I'm not asking about his treatment. I'm asking about you. Did your uncle or your cousin tell you anything?
My uncle asked me to help my cousin.
Is that all?
He said a lot, but most of it was about helping my cousin.
All that talk about how he's raised you since you were little. In the end, he still only cares about his own son. Meanwhile, you've sold your soul and worked off for him.
Will you accept me if I have nothing left?
His cousin must have said something to him. All right. I only love you because of your money. Does that mean I can waive my 80 years of debt?
I'll still remember that.
I'm finishing my internship soon. I'll come see you then.
No, you don't have to. You can continue with your work. I'll get back what's mine. I already have a backup plan. My little fox is waiting for me at home after all.
Evil bastard, you're making me lose sleep.
When the issue has settled, I'll play with you, I'll repay you.
Here.
Prince Charming's in good mood.
You are too.
Did you two come to a consensus?
Yeah, like always, he gave me the best answer.
Congratulations. Don't start holding back now that you've made the first step.
I'll go all out.
What are you guys happily discussing over there?
His future.
Since when did you two speak the same language?
It's been a while since I've seen you smile without a care.
Without a care? I suppose you could say I'm on cloud 9.
You and that in turn? Out with the old and in with the new. I can't believe you actually let go of G and Joe.
My life was in chaos before this. I've thought it through. There's no reason not to move on. It's either I force myself to forget about it, or I find someone who'll help me move on.
Well, Jiao Yang is leaving us in 2 days. I'm devastated. Prince Charming, would you like to ask him to stay too?
Excuse me, hello?
Mr. Huang has arranged for a divestment. We're gonna run out of capital.
Leave it to me.
What happened?
It's nothing.
I need to send all these things back to the company before my internship officially ends tomorrow. Time sure flies. Mr. Lee, my hand is fully recovered. Can I stay on set?
It's fine. I've made other arrangements for you.
We're splitting up right after we made our relationship official.
The next time we meet will be even better. You'll return to the company and become a permanent staff, then come back after you've spent our year-end holidays. I'm not going to stop you from visiting the set.
Oh, right. Can I adopt the stray dog from the neighboring production set?
That white dog? I'm one step ahead of you. I told the other crew I'll dognap it after they finish production.
Mr. Lee's doggo is going to be my doggo too.
Yeah, I adopted him just for you.
You're the best, Mr. Lee.
You have to take responsibility for tackling me.
I will.
Would you like to take the dog home with you?
He should stay here and accompany you. I hope he reminds you of me.
This time, I'll shield you from all the hypocrisy around us. I won't make the same mistake again.
It's you. You're not a stray anymore. I bought you kibbles and canned food. They'll arrive today.
Do you want to give him a name?
I'll call him Snowball.
He likes it.
Let's get another fluff ball and name it Fireball. They'll have matching names then.
Sure. Alright, the company car should be here already. I'll walk you there.
You don't have to. I'll call you when I'm home.
Okay.
Snowball, I have an important task for you. During my absence, please help me watch over Mr. Lee. If he works till late at night, you have to stay by his side. And if murmurs.
It seems cute beings understand each other even though they speak different languages. If you have time, go have a meal at Tiger Village. I've told Fong Hu about us and he insists on treating you to a feast.
Whoa, that's so nice of him. I miss Fong Hu's cooking.
I also have a favor to ask of you.
A favor? What kind of favor?
You'll know when you get there.
My little ball of sunshine. You're finally back.
Miss Sue.
How is it working as an on-set crew member? Do you prefer working in the office? Let me see if you've lost any weight. Were you bullied? Did you hear any gossip about the actors?
I learned a lot while I was there.
I'll treat you to food after work. We'll talk more then. What do you want to eat? I want to make a reservation.
What about Tiger Village?
Great. I'm actually a regular there now. Wow, what feast. Thank you, Fong Hu.
Enjoy your meal. I'm needed over at the other side.
Okay. Spill, what happened on set?
Oh, well, basically.
Lin Lu is actually Lin Shen's younger brother. He didn't let many people know about it.
Those two, maybe they just need a chance.
It's just a woman's intuition, but I do believe they're hiding something. This secret causes conflict. They fight every time they try to talk about it.
What kind of secret?
It's just a thought. You're really as straight as spaghetti. It's so and so.
Shoot, I asked my staff to give them whatever they wanted, but I never thought they'd order so many drinks.
Bill, please. We'll leave as soon as we sober up a little.
It's fine. You two can stay here overnight. I'll make some soup that'll help with your hangover. Yuan Shao will kill me if anything happens to Jiao Yang.
Jiao Yang, Yuan Shao, Mr. Li Yuan Shao, are they?
Mr. Li, are you all right?
Did you drink at Tiger Village?
It's only been a day, but I miss you a lot.
I was just thinking about you when you called me.
Tiger Village, I'm with Ms. Sue, dinner, how about you, Mr. Li?
I'm stargazing.
The stars, Pweddy. When we last looked at the galaxy around Tiger Village, I was looking at the past, because light needs time to travel all the way here. However, when I look at it now, I see the sun continues to shine on the planets even though it only sees their past. It's silly, but that's also why I should protect it. Love you, Mr. Li.
You should stay at Tiger Village tonight. Okay.
Yes, Yuan Shao, it's...
Help me take care of him. There's something I need to deal with over here.
No problem.
Mr. Li and Jiao Yang are together? You know Mr. Li too? That was so sweet. Mr. Li is so good at flirting with him. Tell me, how did they get together? You guys really kept it hidden so well. And you hid it from me for so long.
Aha, it was hard to keep it a secret, actually.
I was really drunk yesterday. I feel like Mr. Li said a lot of things to me, but I can't remember a thing he said. Morning, Fong Hu.
Yo, you're awake. I'm making breakfast.
You're the best, Fong Hu.
Su Li likes eating rice dumplings.
Did Miss Sue order our breakfast already?
Oh, she didn't. I just want to serve the food that she likes.
Is something going on here?
Well, I like her.
Oh, is this the surprise Mr. Li was telling me about?
Her ex really hurt her, and she said she would never love anyone again. Yuan Shao told me that Su Li's one of your colleagues. Do you mind telling me about her? Like what she likes or places she'd like to visit? Please keep this a secret. I hope to help her recover from her trauma.
Miss Sue will definitely feel your sincerity. It's just that she needs some time to get over her breakup.
I understand it's like your situation with Yuan Shao. All right. Congratulations to both of you on finally getting together.
Thank you, Fong Hu. I can't do much for Mr. Li, but I will try my best.
Please don't think that he wants a lot from you or that he has high expectations for you. We believe what he needs the most now is the simplest of things. He looks lonely and doesn't have a sense of belonging even though he's surrounded by people and deals with people a lot. I may not know much about his family because he doesn't like talking about them, but I know that his family didn't support him even when he was at his worst. It was during the Chinese Lantern Festival when I first met Yuan Shao. This street wasn't as developed back then, so it was very quiet then. The profit I made from the store was just barely enough to cover rent. He came to visit the store alone and ordered 2 dishes. However, he gave a huge tip. It's too much. I can't take it.
I just won an award I want to give back to the community.
You're still studying, right? Why not hang around with your classmates?
I've already treated them to a meal, so I wanted a quiet place today.
Come in then. You're quite odd. Most people are busy celebrating the Lantern Festival. What kind of award did you win? Good.
Thanks. I haven't thought about that. No, I don't know any directors. I'll follow the arrangements my mentor made.
You're a movie director? That's so cool.
I'm a screenwriter.
They're similar anyway.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm having lunch with myself, trust me, I'm alone here. I'm considering it, thank you.
I think I get why you wanted somewhere quiet.
I've got to watch what I say and do in this circle. If I share too much, I'll be labeled as a show-off. If I don't share enough, people will say I'm acting entitled, not to mention those who create their own small circles. They're too political, and I'm not used to it.
Well, that's complicated. Everybody has to earn a living. Some earn it by building houses while some earn it by producing movies. The same goes for you.
All I ever wanted is to share my stories and show everybody the dynamics of human life. But they only care about the intention of the story and ignore the character's emotions in the end.
I don't know much, but if I couldn't get what I wanted, I wouldn't have time to care about the needs of others. Maybe it's because I'm selfish.
You're right. If I can't give them what they want, why would they care about me?
What's your name? When's your movie being released? I can and a look.
My name's Li Yuanshao.
Is today your birthday?
Yeah.
I thought so. Your name's similar to the Chinese name of the Lantern Festival.
Yeah, but I don't do birthdays.
Why not? It's so easy to remember it. Doesn't your family celebrate it with you?
The Lantern Festival is supposed to be celebrated by everyone. It would be egotistical to make it all about me. It's a day where you're supposed to be together with your family and your lover. Why would you use it to celebrate someone's birthday?
You've got a point.
Of course, I want to celebrate my birthday. However, for the people who remember this day, I can't give them the gift they want most.
Are you referring to your parents? That's the Yuanshao I knew. He wasn't loved by his family, and the people who approached him always came with ulterior motives. He wanted to confide in someone but was worried about being backstabbed. One day, he brought Jian's Jinzhou here. You know about him, right? Jinzhou came from a broken family, so he was introverted and deprived of love. However, between the two of them, Yuanshao was the one clinging to him. He sought refuge in Jinzhou and hoped he could share and understand his feelings with him. Regarding how much Jinzhou contributed to the relationship, to be honest, it wasn't anything special. He was just accompanying him. That was everything Yuanshao could ever want. When Jinzhou passed away, he took away Yuanshao's refuge and hopes with him. Do you understand?
I get it. Mr. Li felt that it was too much for Jinzhou to handle when he entrusted his whole life to Jinzhou.
That's not it. Yuanshao brought Jinzhou to try a few different treatments. The doctors suggested electroconvulsive therapy, which might cause memory loss. Jinzhou never wanted to sue electroconvulsive therapy as a part of his treatment. If Yuanshao was too much to handle, why would Jinzhou be afraid of forgetting him?
Mr. Li only remembers what he did wrong and blames himself for it.
I've said too much, please don't feel stressed about it. I really hope your relationship progresses further.
Thank you for sharing, Feng Hu. I think I understand Mr. Li better now. I'll move forward together with him. I won't disappoint him.
I can finally relax and focus on courting Su Li He.
Han Dong?
Are you busy?
I'm good, you go first.
I need to return that house. I'll send someone over to pack things up for you guys.
What happened? Are you okay?
To keep the peace, we're going to split our family assets.
Jiao Yang has returned home, so I'll let him know. We can ask the workers to help him clean up.
Okay. I miss you.
You're the one who asked me to stay here. Regretting it now, aren't you?
Yes, I overestimated myself.
Are you waiting for me to say I miss you too? Then you'll tell me you'll be here soon?
I am.
You can just say it, you don't need to wait for me.
If you come to visit me, you won't be able to leave anymore.
Why?
Because by the time I'm done with you, you won't be able to get out of bed.
Our baby Jiao Yang is now homeless, and it's all my fault.
Don't worry, it was your room to begin with. It's about time I go back to my dorm anyways.
Wait a moment, this is your chance to move in with Prince Charming.
I can't do that.
We've been there before, haven't we?
Anyway, have you guys been busy these past few days? Is Mr. Li okay?
He hasn't been on set for a few days. I thought he went back home.
He must be hiding something. I'm so oblivious. I didn't even notice that there was something off with Mr. Li.
Don't overthink it. He might just be on another work trip.
That's not it. Something serious must have happened. Mr. Li wouldn't try to hide it otherwise.
I miss Snowball. I miss Snowball's dad.
Snowball's dad's here.
Snowball is doing well, and so is Snowball's dad.
I'm doing very well.
Mr. Li, are you hiding something from me?
I am, but it's not anything big. Don't worry.
How can I not worry? We're living miles away from each other. If you don't share things about yourself, how am I supposed to get closer to you? Mr. Li, you don't have to always worry about protecting me. I want you to be on me too.
I don't want to distract you. Besides, I'm worried you'll feel stressed if you can't help me. Mr. Huang has decided to cut funding for our production. It will cause everyone a lot of stress if this gets out.
Mr. Li, can you share problems with me next time? I might not be able to solve your problem, but you can still tell me about it. You'll burst if you keep this to yourself.
Yes, I know.
Did Mr. Huang do this on purpose?
He has a money trail. He's probably just trying to save himself. I was the one who appointed him, so I'm responsible for this happening.
I knew it, Mr. Lee, you always blame yourself. But remember, you're mine now. So I won't let anyone blame Mr. Lee anymore, not even Mr. Lee.
Alright, your wish is my command. Since I'm yours now, can I get something from you in return?
From me?
I'm yours, and you're mine. It's fair to ask for anything, right?
I guess that's true. I'll note that down, and keep you to your word the next time I see you.
I've been busy reaching out to my contacts these days, and I hope to settle the issue with the funding soon. How are things going on your end? How's school and work?
Everything went smoothly. It'll probably be a tiring day because I'm packing.
Are you spending New Year's with your family? I didn't know your winter holidays came so early.
Oh, it's not that. Pei Chiu told me that we can't live in Mr. Han Dong's house anymore. I'll be moving back to the school's dorms.
Move into my place.
I can't. Wouldn't that be too presumptuous of me?
You're already mine, so there's nothing presumptuous about it. The flamboyant peacock has my house keys. He'll help you.
Okay. The last time I was here, I was taking care of a bedridden Mr. Lee. This time, I'm here to spend the rest of my life with him.
Hey, don't thank me. I don't like helping people, it just happens that Mr. Lee likes you. Here, take this. Is Pei Chiu slacking off at work?
No, he isn't. Director Liu sees potential in him.
Good, he better know what's at stake.
Thank you.
I'm grateful for Mr. Lee's teaching and recognition. I volunteered to do this as a means to repay him. You can keep the keys. Mr. Lee has tasted a lot of bitterness in his life, and you're the only sweet thing he's had.
Humans are like drinks, you never know what they're made of unless you take a sip. Mr. Lee is like a glass of martini. When he treated me to a glass for the first time, he was actually showing himself to me. Loving someone is like having a ticking time bomb. It counts down to the day you've realized your feelings for him. Everything you've experienced together are the cables that make up the bomb. He kept everything, now that it's exploded, it burns. The heat waves and the glow make you feel sober yet intoxicated. Just like how it feels when you sip a martini. Hello?
It's Lin Shin. I want to thank you for taking care of Lin Lu back then. Can I invite you for a drink? I'll pick you up.
Oh, but I'm not a part of the production crew anymore.
I know. Are you at Yuan Xiao's place now? I'll pick you up.
I'm at Mr. Lee's
lounge bar.
This is so awkward. What do I say to him? I can't take all the credit for taking care of Lin Lu.
Congratulations on making your relationship with Yuan Xiao official. How much do you know about him and Jianzhou?
Mr. Lee told me everything.
I see. Well, do you want to hear another perspective from Jianzhou's best friend?
Go on.
Yuan Xiao has been blaming himself all these years, but what he didn't know was that Jianzhou's depression worsened because of the constant harassment he received. Yuan Xiao only focused on his production and did his best to keep his reputation clean. He never suspected that the idol he respected so much, Director Shen, was assaulting the person closest to him. He's disgusting.
Director Shen, why does that name sound so familiar? Right. It was about that competition 3 years ago. Prince Charming wanted to know why I didn't accept Director Chen's offer to work for him. That's because no one ever contacted me. Prince Charming got the wrong person. Pei Chiu didn't have to go though that. Thank God. Didn't Jiang Jianzhou tell Mr. Lee?
Director Shen was in control of the funding and praised Yuan Xiao a lot. He even recommended him for his projects. How could Jianzhou destroy Yuan Xiao's future? I heard about Director Shen from the other actors. It seems he only goes for the ones who don't have anyone to back them up. He doesn't touch anyone who has a background. Initially, he got close to Yuan Xiao hoping to win Director Liu's favor. He failed, but he ended up targeting Jianzhou instead.
Mr. Lee would never sacrifice someone in exchange for his career. Why didn't you tell him the truth?
Why would I do that? I was waiting for them to break up.
Do you hate Mr. Lee?
You really are as dense as you can get. I love Yuan Xiao. However, relationships are on a first-come, first-served basis. Jianzhou was my best friend. I couldn't just snatch him away. unless the person first in line gives up his spot.
Then why are you telling me all this?
This industry is messy and complicated. Yuan Xiao never wanted you to get involved. But Jiao Yang, looking at you now, you will never be able to bring light into his life.
If you're trying to intimidate me, you should have told me this earlier. I know what Mr. Li needs better than you do. He has been shining on his own and doesn't need me to bring any light into his life. You hide the truth and hurt him. Even without me by his side, he wouldn't have loved you anyway.
What now? Are you going to tell him the truth? Are you going to expose my ugly side to him?
I won't tell him this because it's your secret, not mine. Mr. Li and I keep no secrets from each other. You're both in his past. I'm his present and future. However, Lin Lu would be interested in your past. He wants you to spend more time with him.
It has always been impossible between us, be it the collaborations, scandals, or schemes. It's true, no matter how many years pass, no matter what tactics I use. He still doesn't like me.
Lin Lu.
What did you say to my brother?
He was the one who asked me out. Nothing much. I just asked him to spend more time with you.
He's already expressed his dislike for me. He'd be more annoyed after you said that.
Shoot, did I say something wrong? I miss Mr. Li.
We decided to take the C-list actress out. I don't see Lin Shen. Did he go to another set? Where's Pei Chiu? Do you already know about the problem with our funding?
How can I not know? Am I not supposed to know?
Both you and Pet Chiu have been working so hard. Anyways, the issue with our funding will be settled soon.
I could have settled it with one word. Why did you have to work?
That was exactly why I didn't ask for your help. It's because you're the prince. Producing movies is just your hobby. You'd be the laughing stock if you used your family for something as small as this.
Everyone who collaborates with me wants my support. You're the only person who, well, I was actually starting up my new company, but I ended up joining you at your comeback right before I went. So we're even now.
What's that? If I'd known about this earlier, I wouldn't have delayed your plans.
It's not some delay. I'm just doing what I enjoy. I never wanted to become some prince. I can't delay it anymore. I need to go once the production of this movie ends.
Isn't your family convinced by your achievements in the movie industry?
It has nothing to do with that. I was born to fill that position, and there's no one to replace me. Imagine a chess game. Some people are the queen, and others would be the knight or rook. As a chess piece, you have to follow the rules. I took a break from all the rules, so it wasn't too bad. Pei Chiu and I are planning your trilogy now. I'll use them as my grand finale.
Thank you. I won't let you down.
What's your plan for the kid waiting for you at home?
I have an idea in mind, but I need him to decide for himself.
I came as soon as my holidays started.
How long are you staying?
I told my family that I'll be home for New Year's Eve.
You'll be tired running back and forth.
I won't be tired. I get to meet the people I love, so I'm excited to go back and forth.
What's your plan for your last semester?
I'm planning on working and finishing my design for the graduation exhibition.
Are you interested in furthering your studies with Wu Yiming? I can write you a recommendation.
Are you talking about studying abroad? But that means I'll have to be separated from you again. I don't want to.
Think about it right now. The reason you feel far away from me is because of our difference in work experience. The distance between us right now isn't physical, but spiritual. Even with me by your side, you'll still feel uneasy. I believe you have the potential to do much more. I had a chat with Wu Yiming, and he recognizes your potential too. So, go ahead.
But, it's so far in the future. Let's talk about this after I graduate.
It isn't as far in the future as you think. Once you've decided, you should start preparing for next semester. You're probably going to be busy with your graduation projects. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance for most people. Are you sure you don't want to take it?
We're always separated whenever we take a step in our relationship. If only we had met each other sooner.
No, I'd say we met each other at just the right time. We're saying goodbye to my past while welcoming your future.
I got it. I'll cherish my days here before going abroad then.
Don't act like you'll never see me again. I'll come and see you as much as I can.
I love you a lot, Mr. Li.
So this is the guy that you've been keeping from us. He doesn't look very special to me.
Typical, and you must be the filial son who's in line for the inheritance.
Oh, so you're concerned about the Han family's inheritance. If you fancy Han Dong because of his wealth, I suggest you leave him now and find a new man.
If I was into money, the Han family wouldn't be on my list at all. After all, the Han family has an eldest son like you who's too busy destroying family ties and making his family's future so uncertain.
You have a sharp tongue. Han Dong, did you bring him here just to let him run his mouth?
You started it, brother.
Why do you want to see the old man?
I want to wish him a happy new year.
You're here. Is this your lover?
He is.
Is he from a big family too? Please ask your brother to their family in person and show them our courtesy.
He's just a student. My brother greeted him just now outside the ward.
I'm sure your brother has made some foul comments. Please forgive him. I've spent more time with you than him. For that, he resents both of us. You have to.
Uncle, don't worry, my brother has drawn the line, and I promised I wouldn't interfere with what's his. I brought my lover with me today to wish you a happy new year.
Uncle, you know in your heart who's better out of the two. Humans are biased in nature, so Han Dong will never blame you for helping his older cousin.
How I wish you were my real son. I give you my blessing.
Are you feeling better after you've taken revenge for me?
That wasn't revenge. I was just managing the household.
What plans do you have for this new year, my little fox?
I'm trapped on set. Should I suggest doing something for New Year's on set? Let's prepare some gifts for the crew.
Maybe it's best I stay here with you, Mr. Lee.
Your family is waiting for you to spend New Year's with them.
Even Han Dong came to visit Pei Cho. I don't want to leave you here alone.
Go and see your parents. We have a long journey ahead.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Is my New Year's gift a goodie bag too?
Hey, there are people looking at us. On second thought, let them look. I love you, Han Dong.
Thank you for staying until now. This new year is the first time I've felt great about the future.
When I heard about Jiang Jinzhou, I was jealous of him. I was jealous that he got to see the true Mr. Lee, but, in fact, I was the one who ended up with the happy ending.
I'll take up the rest of your life, my little ball of sunshine.